Welcome to Big Z Sports and Claxon Communication play-by-play action. Be sure to subscribe to Big Z Sports on YouTube. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter, @Big_Z Sports. For the best coverage of high school sports, there's only one Big Z Sports.
As the first week of May, comes to a close, Big Z Sports descends on Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium as the County Classic is here once again, and for the first time live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, we'll feature some of the best from right here in Tuscarawas County, new in battle in New Philadelphia. Good evening, everyone. Nick McWilliams, Shannon Thomas, and Matt Engstrom. Now your broadcast crew, welcome in.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and, so if you guys are wondering, because Shannon and I have been doing track and field, we finally brought in a ringer who actually has some expertise on the subject. What's your background in track and field?
Oh, boy. So I ran this county meet several times through middle school, high school, graduated from Dover, went on to run in college. And sometimes I wonder how happy I am to still be running today. So,
well, so there we go. We got actually information that's going to be good today.
Well, I was talking to some of the coaches down there, and I said we keep joking. You keep joking around how we're going to have this 4x100 team. So we decided to bring in a ringer to spruce up our team a little bit. Now we just got to get 3 more people.
We already decided we're going to find all the young guys to run this because it's not going to be you or me or Adam. There's no way that's going to work. We're not going to make it 100 meters, I can promise you.
Or Matt's going to have to run all 4 legs.
We could also make that happen, right?
Ooh, I don't know about that one. I don't have any all-county awards in the 4x1.
Well, hey, coming up tonight, it's going to be a fantastic showdown. As we mentioned, some of the best that Tuscarawas County has to offer. Going down through the list, the teams being represented here, it's a laundry list of a ton of fantastic times coming in here. And, you consider what time of year this is at the end of the first week of May. We're talking a month from now, being down at Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium in Columbus for the state tournament. So we're right, or the state track meet, I should say. So we're right around the corner.
Yeah, and hopefully when they get down to Columbus, they won't be wearing these sweatshirts like they are today.
Yeah, almost a little bit chilly today. You could just blame it on the lake/pond breeze.
Well, I have to ask Matt, since he's a runner. We got some sunshine today and no rain, but with these colder temperatures, how do you think the runners will run today as far as the sprinters and the long distance guys?
I think it just depends on the kid. I mean, for distance kids, this is pretty good. The sun's out. There's not that much wind. The sprinters, it depends on the kid. Some kids like to sprint in the cold. Some don't. Physically, you want it to be warmer as a sprinter just because your muscles are warmer. So hopefully we don't get anything torn down there, but it just depends on the kids, really.
The other thing I think of, too, is with your field events, being a little bit colder, especially as you're sitting there waiting for your next time up, you got to stay warm. You got to get ready to go, and for that, 4 opportunities that you're going to get.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like with the pole vault, some of those athletes, they'll wait and come in a little bit later, so they'll wait to height in maybe, 2 or 3 foot further up, so they even got to sit there just a little bit longer. And like you said, and a lot of that, like Matt said, it comes down to your muscles. And when that wind gets cold, if they don't keep moving down there, keep stretching, that's why you always see the distance runners. They show up, they put their bags down, they're out running through the park. The sprinters, they're all just walking around down there talking, and those distance guys, that they know they got to stay loose, and they'll do a good job at it.
We're expecting a packed house tonight from Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium, and if you have a chance, be sure to stop down and enjoy some of the festivities. Got a full docket in front of you as we'll be getting started off here with your track events in just a little while. Field events getting started, as well as the already are working on the high jump, as some girls already logging some heights out there. Shot put and disc behind us outside of the stadium, as they will also be putting in some work right now, as they've already gotten underway with that. Have not seen them start actually logging any heights yet with pole vault. I think they are still warming up, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they don't.
I take that back. Or is the bar going up? And never mind, Shannon. What do we know? As they do have the bar up now officially.
That's because we're not track and field guys, which that bar is red. It's tough to see all the way over there, but like I said,
there's a green stripe in the middle of it. What are you talking about?
All the field events are going, and listen, don't go making me look bad right now.
Well, they'll be jumping if you don't see a rubber band. So there's a band that they practice on, do practice jumps on, warm run-throughs and all that. It looks like they have the real band up there, so
Well, and I've always wondered that with seeing whenever they're practicing with that band, you'll see some athletes as they come down, just trying to work on getting, prepared and getting it cleared. I almost have to wonder, is it worse to hit the actual bar itself when they set the height, or is it worse to hit the band? Because neither of them look like they'd be fun to go over.
Well, probably worse to hit the bar because that means you just missed a jump.
Well,
so.
there you go. We'll go with that being the right answer to that.
The middle one is hitting the bar.
So starting things off, coming up with the track events, it will be the 4x800 relays. Going to be a fantastic event to get things opened up here. We've got a lot of really nice times for some area teams, but by far and away in terms of the girls 4x800, the Tusky Valley girls team is currently sitting under 9:55 right now. We saw them run a fantastic time with that at the Thrilla in Zorvilla, so they'll be looking to best that time. And no surprise for the boys either. It's also the Tusky Valley boys team. Those 4x800 relays have been so stout for so many years now.
Well, we have the Tusky Valley girls who are actually ranked 4th for their division, in Division 4 in the entire state. So along with that, Tusky Valley boys look good. The Dover boys will look good when they put one together. Claymont boys will always run tough, knowing Coach Allball down there. So,
yeah, it's the amount of time and miles that it seems like these Tusky Valley runners have put in the last few years. Their program has been phenomenal from top to bottom with the runners. And all schools have good runners here and there, but they're kind of hit and miss with. But for some reason, these last, I don't know, I'd have to say 6 years maybe. It just seems like those Tusky Valley girls have just been phenomenal in cross country and in track and field.
Oh, probably longer than that. You go back to Maddie DeBose and girls before that when I was in school, and girls and boys before that. It's just when you're out Tusky Valley, it's what you do. You go out and run in Bolivar, you run the Strawberry Fest, you run through Zor, run down the towpath, whatever they do, they're doing it right.
And Maddie DeBose, I want to say she probably graduated 11 years ago, 12 years ago maybe?
Maybe 8. I think she just graduated college recently, a couple years.
I made her older than what she is. I just remember.
Way to go.
Well, I can remember watching her run when they were still in the Pac-7 for the cross-country league championships out at Clay Park, and she was phenomenal then. And just, she was an outstanding athlete, like you said. And I think I asked her that day, how many miles a week do you run? And she goes, not counting. How'd she say that? During season, not counting practice, I put in an extra 25 miles a week. And I'm like, well, what if you add in practice? And she goes, I don't even want to think about that number.
Well, it's funny that you guys keep talking about Maddie because she was a part of the 4x800 team that actually holds the record here for the County Classic set back in 2019 with a 9:48.83. And this current Tusky Valley team's not really far off from that pace, about 5 seconds, so they'd really have to be moving, but you never know. And by the way, that was set in 2019, so that should probably
helps the math
date that for you a little bit.
Helps the math a little bit, I guess, unless I don't use both hands.
I think we have a chance to see the record go down here with just looking at the Tusky Valley girls' time from the record, just looking at the names. I know Hannah Weiler just finished her career at Marshall. Maddie ran out at Southern Utah. So you have 2 studs there, but across the board with Tusky Valley, all 4 of those girls they're tough runners. Between Sammy and Josie and Hayden and Trista, they're all really close, if not in the top 25 for an event or 2.
Coming up after that, it will be the 100-meter hurdles for the girls, and a mark that was the record in terms of that was set by New Philadelphia's own Josie Pry back in 2019 at 14:76. There are going to be 2 heats in that event. Right now, your top-seeded mark coming into this would be Arnya Pika from New Philadelphia right now with a 15.88. Boys 110-meter hurdles. There is only going to be 1 heat of that. 7 runners. Clear-cut front runner right now is junior for Indian Valley, Carson Hostetler. Already has made quite the mark in terms of the 300-meter hurdles this season, but an extremely fast runner in the 110-meter as well. And then after that, the 100-meter dashes for both the girls and the boys. Look, I am always amazed at just how fast these athletes can get out of the blocks every single time. And in a race of that distance, that's kind of your do or die right there. That's your bread and butter, is just how fast you can get out of the blocks.
Yeah, that getting out of the blocks, and with the 100, it's about who slows down the least throughout, because you can only run full speed for, I think the science is like 4 seconds or something like that, and then you slowly decelerate the whole way.
I'm happy he's got the science here too, because I don't think I could get to top speed in 4 seconds.
I've never heard that, but that's an interesting fact, and now I'm going to have to pay attention tonight and you always see the coaches standing in the middle with their stopwatches, and they're probably breaking down sections to figure out. Listen, you dropped way off in this section, so you might need to. It's hard to tell a sprinter to pace.
Yeah, I don't even know how you would even begin to do that. We'll give you more of a rundown of all the other events that are going to be coming up here throughout the evening. As we mentioned already, field events underway, high jump, pole vault, long jump. I see some athletes already logging their lengths right now. Shot put and discus ongoing right now from the County Classic. And I was trying to look around for this and I couldn't quite figure it out. Do you guys know how long the County Classic has been going on?
Oh,
I could not give you that.
I would say at least throughout the 90s. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if they ran it in the late 80s. That'd be a question for some of the gurus I know.
I think we're going to have to figure that out because I believe 1990 is the last date that I see on here, as Matt's already knows who to reach out to, as he's asking somebody who's going to know a lot better than we are. But this is an event that's been going on, I know, for just a very, very long time. And I always smile because around this time I remember coming through here with my parents. You'd always see this stadium filled around this time of the year with, again, some of the best athletes you're going to get from around this area.
Yeah, a lot of great athletes here today. And there's some other athletes here today, too. Is the Tuscarawas County Rockets are here today. Mm-hmm. They'll get announced before this is going on. And we got to thank Tuscarawas County Rockets for jumping on board for this track meet today. They're getting ready to head to the regionals themselves, and I believe it's down in Columbus.
I think so.
But they're excited. I was talking to some of the athletes down there, and they're excited to come here and see all the other athletes, but they're really excited to see Grady Kinsey today. They brought a special gift for him because he did that deal where he got them that grant money and stuff, and they got him a little special gift today. So glad to see all the Tuscarawas County Rockets athletes here with us today.
And we hope we see all of you coming up here in just a little while. Plenty of time to stop down and enjoy the upcoming events for today. We're going to take our first time out on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, pay a couple bills. When we return, we've got some more updates on what you can expect from the County Classic here from Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return-to-home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
Stepping Stone Crafts and More, located on Macaulay Drive in Uricksville, has everything you need to decorate your home or office for any season throughout the year. Stepping Stone is filled wall to wall with handmade crafts, candles, and more. Plus, when the weather gets better, Stepping Stone expands their selection with a variety of outdoor decor. To see all they offer, stop by 1745 Water Street in Uricksville or find Stepping Stone Crafts and More on Facebook.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
There's something special about Newtown Mall. It's more than just a place to shop, it's where the community comes together. Whether you're finding the perfect gift, meeting up with friends, or just enjoying a stroll through your favorite stores, it's a great time anytime. With local favorites, familiar faces, and new experiences waiting around every corner, there's always a reason to visit. Stay connected and see what's happening. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram or visit newtownmall.com today.
Newtown Mall, great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Dr. Nathan Springer, T-County's #1 orthodontic specialist, is accepting new patients and is now proudly offering complimentary consultations. Dr. Springer's dedicated team of dental professionals is committed to creating beautiful, confident smiles from a wide variety of treatment options, from traditional applications to the latest innovative orthodontic advancements, including Invisalign. Today, 107 Ray Avenue in New Philadelphia, conveniently located just 2 blocks from New Philadelphia High School.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
Welcome back to Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium, as it is the Tuscarawas County Classic High School Track and Field on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. As out there currently in the stadium, they are recognizing those Tuscarawas County Rockets that, Shannon, you made mention of. And, you know, great to have them here on hand. And what a great program it is for the Rockets here in Tuscarawas County.
Yeah, and they do a lot of things other than track and stuff. They have flag football teams. I've been to plenty of the basketball games and stuff. And, you know, like I said, outstanding young athletes and some adults, and they do great things, the Tuscarawas County Rockets do.
It's a ton of fun, too. I played with the basketball team this past winter. And actually one of the boys out there who qualified the state meet is Brody Ferris, and he's a T-County meet alumni through New Philadelphia. 800 runner for New Philly back then.
Always great to see them coming back then also to their roots. And, you know, I know how much that this means for these athletes to be here to also take part in something really cool like this as well, because, you know, as we see what you were talking about, Shannon, that they had a little present for Grady Kinsey of Indian Valley, giving him his own Rockets jersey.
Yeah, that's pretty special of them to do right there. And Grady, He actually, they had a bingo charity thing last week, and Grady went there, and he participated in it with them and stuff.
Always somebody who's very much looking to give back to the community, and I know for the Tuscarawas County Rockets, if you would like to learn more and find a way to give back to them or participate in some of the stuff that they've got going on, you can find them online on social media and all that great stuff. And like we say, we appreciate them for jumping on for today's presentation as well. So we've got our field events ongoing. As you can see on your screen right now, shot put and discus going on just outside of Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. We had to do a little bit of a change-up in terms of our setup here, so I'm sliding forward so Matt can also get a view of our screen of what's going on out there right now.
Yeah, and we won't have names for these athletes as they're out on the back side of the building, but we're going to at least try to get to where you can see them throwing a little bit. And then we'll announce the top finishers once we get the results and stuff from them.
Well, I can tell you somebody for Garraway just threw in discus. I don't know who it would be, though.
They're probably on flight 1 out there, so these are some of the kids that are just starting off running track or just learning the events themselves. But if they are throwing the shot put out there, they have 2 girls who are ranked in the top 25 for their division. That would be Maddie Minnis and Katie Philman. Maddie from Dover, Katie from Indian Valley. And that looks like what we have top 25-wise for throwing events out there.
But how impressive is that, too, for those 2 names you mentioned for both Minnis and Philman, a sophomore and a freshman, respectively. The sophomore from Indian Valley, the freshman from Dover, already in the top 25. I'd say you're making some pretty good marks early on.
Oh, yeah. She's top 25 in both discus and shot as well. So that's really impressive as a freshman because it looks like she has a couple feet on the next competitor in discus, and the same thing for shot put as well.
So we'll get you the updates when those distances get logged in here because we don't have a spotter who's back out there to tell us where they are currently getting those marks. Also see on your screen right now with the the long jump going on over by the band shelter. Coming into this is an interesting showdown in the long jump for both the boys and the girls. As looking at some of the top marks coming into that event for the well, if I could find it on my page, that is.
Yeah, we have the girls' long jump. We have a showdown between freshman Lydia Thomas from Strasburg and junior Dover Emmy Rodriguez. Julian Haynes is right there. And with the long jump, you never know. There could be some scratches. There could be some fouls. The wind might mess up a kid or so. It looks like the flag's pretty calm out there, though. So it'll be a good day to jump for those girls and boys.
Yeah, we got to take that into consideration as, we're up here in the press box. We're feeling kind of a breeze, but almost down there at track level, as we were walking around, couldn't really see much of anything going on with that. So not necessarily going to be helping you out too much either on the track events. You're not going to get that tailwind or anything to help you out.
No, not at all. And sometimes it's better that way. You just want to go out there and focus on the running. You don't want to focus on the wind where, if you're somewhere at Crater Stadium at Dover, if there is a headwind, you feel it on that backstretch. It's Tornado Alley is what we used to call it when I was in school.
Aptly named.
Yeah, yeah.
For going back to that girls' long jump, Lydia Thomas, again, just a freshman for Strasburg, your top-seeded athlete in this for the girls. For the boys from Dover, Dante Clark, just a sophomore, but between him and Micah Yoder, the freshman from Garraway, should be really fun for the boys' long jump between both of them.
Yeah, those would be good showdowns. I mean, Dante gets a good jump, he might go after Joey's record. I know it's a foot away, but you get him a good one, he might get it today. If not, he has 2 more years to get it. With Lydia Thomas, too, she's ranked 12th in the state for long jump.
Yeah, and we already know also participating in some of the relay teams here for Strasburg as well, so we'll see what the Lady Tigers are able to do related to that. Also, if Matt has any praise for any Dover athletes, we're not going to give him a hard time for that.
I can't help it sometimes. All of these athletes are great. I've known several of them from different schools since they were probably running biddy cross country, so that's always good.
And that's one thing that I've noticed. My daughter ran cross country at Indian Valley. How tight-knit the running community is through school and then after school. She ran some 5Ks when she was younger, and there were so many adults that come up to her and welcomed her to the 5K runners because they just that running community is just so tight-knit.
Oh, yeah, the distance running community is very tight-knit. You come in one time, and all of a sudden you run a mile, and then you start running a 5K, and then you get stuck running a half, and then a marathon, and then you're like, man, Remember when I used to run 1 mile when I was 5 years old?
I capped myself at a 5K. I said that was enough distance for me.
I'll tell you a record that I'm interested to see. It got a chance of getting broke tonight. It's been standing for a long time, and that's the girls' pole vault record.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla Caldwell from Indian Valley has held it since 2008, and we watched Abby Steiner from Garaway down at the Bell Classic. So it'll be interesting to see if she can break that record. She's only 1 inch behind it.
And I think that 11.6 mark, Abby put that up at the Bell Legacy.
The Bell.
There you go.
Her and the St. Clairsville girl were going back and forth, I believe.
Can we call Indian Valley Pole Vault U with the amount of kids they've came through there? Yeah, I mean, the pole vault's going to be exciting. With the girls, there's 4 girls that are ranked in the top 25 in their respective divisions. Same with the boys. You have 5 boys in there who are ranked in the top 25. There are so many kids here. No matter the event, you could throw a rock and someone's ranked in the top 25, it seems like. Between the girls, who have 35 total athletes or relays, some girls have done it more than once in several events. Same with the boys, 31. So there's just so much talent out here. I'm glad we get to do this so families can revisit it, athletes can revisit it, college coaches can see it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, and, track in this area used to be, clear back when I went to school in the 90s, you'd look to see who'd go to state, and you might see a couple kids here, a couple kids there. Now, for so many years now in Tuscarawas County, it just seems like there's a bunch of them that go. It's not just a few special athletes from this school, special athletes from this school. These track programs in this county have stepped up the last 15, 20 years, and they sent a lot of kids down to the state meet.
And it's going to continue to do that with the coaches that are staying and the coaches that are going to clinics. I talked to my friend who's a Garaway coach he goes to a clinic or 2 every other month, it seems like. I say, hey, you want to hang out? No, I have a track coaching clinic. Yeah, no, it's just exciting with all these kids. And with the 5 divisions, it's even better. There's more kids. They expand to 5 divisions for track and field, and they just released the state meet schedule, which will be a 4-day event, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which means kids can also run more than one event at state if they can make it.
Well, and whenever we were promoting this all week that we were going to be doing this here today on the morning show, we were saying about how this is going to feature some of the best athletes from our area and beyond, because that goes into what the and beyond part of that, better than 30 on both the boys and the girls, already in the top 25, statewide. Just truly impressive just how much, the competition in this area helps grow their opponents too, because everybody, at the end of the day, you're going against yourself, right? You want a better time based on what you have. You want to have a better distance from what you had already logged, but you're going to have other people beside you in events like this who are going to push you that much harder to get that much better.
Yeah, that's completely correct. I mean, all the kids, they measure themselves against kids, in the county. They measure themselves against kids up in Stark County, and now that Stark County meet up there was so impressive, and I think tonight will be even more impressive. We have so many kids that were all Ohioans over the last few years. It looks like the 4x8's getting ready to start here.
Yeah, 4x8 going to be starting off here as this is heat number 1. Only 1 heat for the girls as we are about to get set, and I think we had a fault there as somebody or there had some issue.
Clock.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it looks like they're going to try to get that reset and ready to go. In lane number 2, it will be Dover. Their team of Cassidy McKee, Charlie Metcalf, Addie Hinman, and Ella Kitchen. Lane 3 is Claymont, Callie Wallace, Grace McPherson, Emma McPherson, and Kinley Preston. Lane 4, Tusky Valley, your top-seeded team, and Sammy Ward, Hayden Huffman, Tristan Leisher, and Josie Ike. Lane 5 is Strasburg, Lila Wiggs, Mia Boylan, Lydia Thomas, and Kylie McKenzie. In Lane 6 is New Philadelphia, Camry Patterson, Faith Swaldo, Caitlin Bieber, and Devlin Harrington. As we are underway in the first track event for the County Classic here in 2026. That team of Tusky Valley, as we said, coming in here with a 9:53.3. That top-seeded time, going to be trying to best that record that the Trojans set back in 2019. And Shannon, you and I at the Thrilla in Zorvilla got to see the Lady Trojans come out in a big way in this 4x800.
Yeah, like I said, they're just phenomenal in a lot of running events. And today they'll get out and try to be the best in the county. But there's going to be some other schools that are going to step up and try to knock them off.
Yeah, it looks like they'll have to do their 2-turn stagger here. Let's see, who's starting us off here? Sammy Ward? No, they changed order. That's Ike.
Yeah, Ike for Tusky Valley is going to be taking the initial leg here for the 4x800 for the Trojans. You know what's a little bit fun about doing an event here at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium is whenever they disappear behind the band shelter in turns 3 and 4, in between them, you might have an entirely different look in the field by the time they come out down towards the front stretch.
Well, I had one of the coach ask me, they're like, hey, you think you could put a camera back there behind the band shelter? That way when we go back and watch this, we can see what's going on behind that band shelter. Because there's times that we lose a race, and it's because of what happened behind the band shelter, and we don't know what happened.
I'll tell you what, I have good memories about that band shell. A few years ago when I was coaching the Jackson Triplet Owen Brady showdown in the mile, you saw them go back behind there on the last lap. Jackson Triplet was behind, and next thing you know, he's coming down the home stretch, and you just hear the roar. That band shell's pretty cool most times.
So it helps build the suspense every time for any one of these events as we're coming up on the completion of the first part of the girls 4x800. And out in front, it is Ike of Tusky Valley. Right alongside her, though, is for Claymont.
It looks like Callie Wallace, I believe. I can't quite tell. Yep, that would be Callie Wallace. And they're running a pretty fast split here. We'll be just around 2:20, which is very quick.
For Wallace, already in a young career for Claymont, or throughout her career for Claymont, has set some impressive marks. As the next handoff, or first handoff, I should say, Tusky Valley out with a little bit of an advantage there on that handoff from Claymont into turn number 2.
Yeah, and it will potentially stay around there. Just those Tusky Valley girls are just so good at this event. They always have girls who can run it, and they always run it nice and tough, too.
Your running order, Tusky Valley, followed by Claymont. Then coming out of turn number 2 towards the backstretch, it looks like it is Strasburg. And I think following up there, believe it is, I can't tell who's in fourth right now. I think it's New Philadelphia.
That would be New Philly, and Dover's bringing up the rear there.
Leaders of the pack in Tusky Valley coming into turn 4.
Yeah, and we have 2 teams ranked in the top 25 here. Tusky Valley girls for this event is ranked in their 4th, actually, for Division 4. And then the Strasburg girls are ranked 17th. That team is interesting with the Strasburg girls because those 4 girls, they run the 4x and they run the 4x4.
Now, and the approach between the 4x8 and 4x4 is so very different. The 4x4, I just said it's 4 athletes. Everybody gets to sprint as fast as they possibly can. 4x8, a little bit more pacing involved.
Well, we got to see Savannah Ashton from Tusky Valley put down a serious lap at the Thrilla in the 4x4. So it was that was impressive to watch her run that, and we'll get to see it again later.
About the same gap, just like Matt mentioned there, as out in front is Tusky Valley. Maybe Claymont's closed it by a step or 2.
The thing with that 800 is you go out a little bit too fast, you have another lap to run still. You want about, when you run this 800, depending on who you are, you want about 2-second difference between your first lap and second lap, with your second lap potentially being 2 seconds slower or less. Or less is always better than more. But that's about what they run, especially at the elite level through college and professional running. It's about a 2 to 3 second gap. Now, you also have different types of runner who will barn burn that first lap as fast as they can and just hold on for dear life. I have a few friends from college that would do that, and I'd be like, guys, you don't got to do that. You can slow down a little bit.
So you can answer this one for me. What devices are you allowed to have on your hands as far as a runner while you're running? So can you monitor your time? Or
You can. I don't think you can at the district, regional, or state level anymore. I think they took that away. The reasoning, I'm not quite sure why they would, because it doesn't give you an advantage of any sort. Really, you have that clock, too, down at the start-finish line. At the end of the day, as a runner, you just want to race, especially a distance runner. You start looking at the watch too much, the next thing you know, you lose focus, or you run a bad lap and then you lose focus, and you're just better off without the watch, so I tell the kids, or even my wife sometimes.
Tusky Valley stretching their legs a little bit down the backstretch as widening the gap on Claymont. Strasburg still holding on to third as Philly and Dover have tightened up for 4th and 5th on the next exchange there. For Tusky Valley, came around in that exchange into the third leg, was sitting at about just under 5 minutes or around 5 minutes or so. So, again, a fantastic pace so far for the Trojans.
Yeah, about 4:58 there. It looks like Trista's running pretty strong here. She had a good meet at the Thrilla as well here.
widening that gap. And again, what's always impressive is those lead runners you see who are able to go the full 800, and it seems like they never change their stride at all.
And the thing is, everybody's watching the leader, and they're like, oh, she's got it, this and that. But then there's two groups of fans here right now that's watching the last two girls, because even though this is for the win, this one back here is for Dover and Philly.
A little bit of bragging rights.
So you know that's at the back of some minds right there.
I can already tell you I was thinking that when I was watching it. So
New Philadelphia did have the better seeded time coming in, but both Philly and Dover were pretty close there on that last exchange. Leisure has definitely widened out the gap quite a bit now as she goes down the backstretch and really nearly pushing it to about, we'll say 60 meters or so her advantage.
Yeah, about 60 there. And again, with these girls, it's going to be about the same with Tusky Valley, unless something catastrophic happens with Sammy, which she was supposed to be the leadoff. I can see her down there. Look like she's anchoring this one today.
It's always interesting this point of the season. You still have coaches who, are making those changes, who are switching some things up for one reason or another.
This is the time to do it. I was thinking about this all day today. The county meet is the day to kind of start finalizing what order you want for some of these relays or what kids you want to run the events. I mean, you have kids across the board that have top 25 times all over, their respective events. Elena Price is ranked in 3 different ones. Reese St. Clair is ranked in a few different ones. And you go down the line, and you just have to start finalizing some of these relays and event decisions here.
Well, and you say Reese St. Clair, I was talking to some of the Indian Valley athletes down there, and with Grady Kinsey coming back last week, their 4x100 and 4x200 teams today, all 4 athletes in the same 4, and then they'll make a decision after today what they're going to do as far as finalizing those to get ready for next week.
Well, that even affects the 4x4 too, because it looks like Carson, Hostettler, and Reese St. Clair is not on that 4x4 for today, where at the Thrilla they were.
You see Ward going into turn number 3 out in front, but how interesting has it gotten for second place as Strasburg has really reeled Clemence back in here on this final leg of the 4x800.
Yeah, that'd be Kylie McKenzie. She was a state qualifier for cross country. She was a state qualifier for indoor track. She was nearly a state qualifier for swimming. She is a very, very, very tough athlete.
Call it a Swiss Army knife when you can do that many different things.
Oh, yeah, and she is going on to actually run at Mount Union next year.
So it's just one of those things that sometimes when you're a special athlete, it doesn't matter the sport you're in. The competitiveness is what really fuels you. And you can see right now is she made quick work of catching her, passing her, and now she's starting to gap her. So a nice run there for McKenzie.
Yeah, she's a very tough girl. And it looks like Sammy, if she runs about 67 or 68 lap here, she might get that record a scare.
And I tell you what, I have a feeling that Ward, after she came through on lap number 1, it's hard not to look at that clock as you're going past it. I'm wondering if she's got that in the back of her mind as she's halfway through the backstretch.
She might. She's the type of athlete that's going to run hard no matter what you tell her.
Entering turn number 3 as the Tusky Valley Lady Trojans look like they're going to be opening things up with a victory in our first event. See what the time they're able to log. Running order still is Strasburg in second, Clemence in third. Looks like New Philadelphia 4th, Dover 5th right now in our opening event at the Tuscarawas County Classic. As we always like to mention, if you haven't gotten subscribed to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, you're going to want to do so you never miss out on a broadcast as Ward coming down the front stretch. Going to be a little bit close in terms of her seated time. Probably going to come up a little bit short of the record. But remember, the Trojans at a 9:53.33. As Ward coming up to the finish line, just a little bit off of their top-seeded time, but still a heck of a run for those Lady Trojans, coming in at about 9:55, maybe 9:56.
Yeah, 9:55, 9:56 is a good time, especially by yourself. They'll be ready to go. It looks like Kylie's coming down the stretch here to get Strasburg a second-place finish.
Strasburg was your second highest seed as they came in with a 10:30.45. And truth be told, where Kylie's going to be finishing here, going to be very close to that time. So far, your two front runners in this first event, kind of almost right where you'd expect them to. And actually, for Strasburg, they're going to be setting a better time, knocking about 3 seconds off their time.
Yes, 17th ranked 4x8 team for Strasburg there, just dropped about 3 seconds. That might jump them a place or spot. And the rankings through athletic.net, which is what OHSAA will be using this year, but that's a great time. Kylie has a very busy day today, too. She's also in the mile, the 2-mile, and the 4x4.
And Clemence come in with a time of 10:45, and it looked like they finished that at about 10:39, so they're also going to, get a new PR.
Philly, right about 10:55, I believe, there.
There's a reason that they have the electronic scoring, because they're going to know the times exactly. We're just making our best guess.
Yeah, we're doing our best out here.
As Dover will come around and wrap up the girls 4x800 for the Tuscarawas County Classic. Boys 4x800 coming up here. Only 3 teams participating today. Tusky Valley, New Philadelphia, and Clemence.
Yeah, this is sometimes back when we ran it years ago. I can say years ago, right? We would have a full team here now. Sometimes that happens with how meets are scheduled now. I know Garaway isn't running a 4x8 because they have a meet tomorrow, actually, which proves for a busy 2 days for those kids as well.
Especially anything, distance-oriented. Running back-to-back days like that, you normally would want a little bit of time to, rest and rehab after an event like this, I would assume.
I think with today's age, with kids being so knowledgeable, coaches being knowledgeable, parents being knowledgeable, you can do those back-to-back days. I don't recommend doing them often, back-to-back hard days, but you can get them going.
Underway for the boys 4x800. Clemence was in lane 3, Tusky Valley lane 4, New Philadelphia lane 5. Which I always chuckle when we say lane assignments when they start here, because they're all going to merge down to one lane here in just a few moments, so it's not going to quite matter. Tusky Valley's team, an 8:40.37, your top-seeded time.
Yeah, I believe this New Philly team, this may be the first time these 4 boys have ran a 4x8 together, if I believe.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe afterwards they ought to go over to Dover, go to Softies and celebrate.
Oh, can we do that?
I love going to Softies. Softies has some great lunch specials over there. Mm-hmm. I used to always stop over there. I can't remember what day it was. I want to say it was like Tuesdays back in the day. I used to stop there and get a coney and a milkshake for lunch.
I think that's Wednesday now.
Is it Wednesday now?
I think that's Wednesday now because Tuesday's Coney Day or Thursday's Coney Day at another location here. Miller's, I think.
Well, yeah. I'm going to keep that in mind for Softies, though. Well, I'm going to keep it in mind for anything food-related, any place it's going to go. But ironic that we're talking about conies and milkshakes, and these poor kids are out there sprinting 800 meters.
Hey, they could appreciate a good chocolate milkshake right about now.
Yeah, some of them might go get a milkshake after this.
You never know. New Philadelphia out in front after lap number 1, Tusky Valley, then Clemence. All pretty tight there on the backstretch. It is the Quakers who have a bit of an advantage. We'll say about 20 meters or so, maybe only about 15. Initial goings here on the Tuscarawas County Classic. Also ongoing, your field events, as we'll wait to give you some updates. We're going to talk to Adam and start getting people who are stationed at each area, and they'll try to text us up updates.
Well, I think it was last year, the IVC Championship. Remember Newcomerstown down there did it? They stepped it up one. They put iPads at all the stations.
They did, yeah.
And they were digitally putting them in, and we were seeing them as they came through. So
we'd see a throw and the measurement, and then 5 to 10 seconds later, it was there. You could actually see it.
A 2:06, 2:07 for that opening leg for Philly, and Tusky Valley and Clemence right behind it. That's always fun.
Pretty nice pace there. If New Philadelphia can keep that at about that 2:07. Tusky Valley, though, out of lane or turn number 2, rather, reeling them right back in here on this second leg.
So this will answer our question. We're trying to find out how long the Classic has been around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the boys 4x800 record was set in 1990,
and that was the oldest one I could see on there.
That's what I said about the 90s. I thought.
So yeah, it was set at 7 minutes and 57 seconds by Swaney, Moore, Hayes, and Walker from Indian Valley.
That is moving.
Behind the band shell they go, and when they emerge on the other side, almost shoulder to shoulder, New Philadelphia and Tusky Valley. Boys 4x800 as the Trojans will make the pass coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, it looks like he's making the pass here, and we have another lap to go on this leg, and we'll watch this shakedown. It looks like Clemence still running strong back there, Philly holding on. It should be a good race regardless what happens here.
Now, we'll go off of the starter list that we have in front of us. It would be Micah Ripple for Tusky Valley, but just like we saw in race number 1, they will shift that. They have their 4 athletes listed there, but doesn't necessarily mean they're going to run in that order.
No, not necessarily. You can switch at things like the county meet and the invites now. I think they're a little bit more strict at the district, regional, and state meets because they want to know, especially if you have an anchor leg, you'll have a sticker on your leg more times than not. But, yeah. Switch that up here. All three of those boys are running pretty strong. This still shape up to be a good race.
Coming up, we'll have the 100-meter hurdles for the girls and the boys' 110-meter hurdles. We'll also, as we mentioned again, get you some of those updates because we, I believe, have the official times, or will be having the official times here coming up for the girls' 4x8 as rounding out lap number 2, Tusky Valley turning on the afterburners there to round out lap number 2, sitting about a 4:20, 4:21 pace, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, good split there for these boys. Like, you want to be about, especially with a group of boys that are probably running this event for the first time or one of the first times, you want to be around that 8:30, 8:40 range for some new athletes here.
And it looks like we actually do have our first results that have been already entered for the boys' long jump. And a new personal best for Micah Yoder of Garraway with a 21.3.5. Dante Clark from Dover with a 20 feet 6-inch jump for second, and Christian Pierce for New Philadelphia at 20 feet 2.5 inches.
Yeah, those are some good jumps right there. Nice calm day. The wind might have picked up a little bit down there. The flags don't look to be moving.
Also, the official times for the girls 4x800 for Tusky Valley. Team of Ward, Huffman, Leisure, and Ike, a 9:55.25. As for Strasburg, they do best their previous time, coming home in second with a 10:28 flat. And for Claymont, a 10:37.76. So as you mentioned there, Shannon, about 8 seconds ahead of their previous best seeded time for the Mustangs.
Yeah, just a nice job right there. I know Claymont, they got a nice program down there. I remember back when I was in school, the legend Mr. Arthurs was the track coach down there, and he's still down there walking around, helping them out, giving them throwing tips and stuff, and they take pride in their track down there because of him.
Yeah, and they have a long history, too, on the distance side with Rich Ronald and Mark Allball and, you name it. I was very fortunate to race some of those Claymont boys throughout my career, and one of them is one of my best friends now because of it.
Coming down out of turn number 4, down the front stretch, I believe Mason Tidrick for Tusky Valley going to hand off to Sam Yavena for the Trojans.
Yeah, looks like they'll be around that 2:10-ish pace. They're at 6:30 now, so we'll see what Sam can do here. Sam's a very good runner, too. He puts in the time, he puts in the miles, he puts in time in the weight room as well.
And he's got the flow to go with the 4x800.
Yeah, I think that might be the coolest part.
I would always wonder, it'd be one thing for, sprinters if you've got the longer hair. I mean, the aerodynamics, you might question that, but I feel like in the distance I'd get to a certain point where I would just be so annoyed with the long hair, though. But it looks good blowing in the breeze.
I mean, you can see my hair. I had it trimmed up, so. No, I think with look good, feel good, run good, right?
There you go. I don't know about the feel good, run good, because I don't think I've ever ran and felt good is the only problem.
That would make both of us here, I can tell you that.
If you ever want to go somewhere and get something that makes you feel good, go out to Dundee Marketplace. They got ice cream out there. They got a area where you can buy loaded fries. They got all kinds of stuff. Mother's Day gifts out there. But our friends at Dundee Marketplace are also hiring. So if you're looking for a job, you can message them on Facebook or stop out, fill out an application, and get you a nice cream cone. So they do a lot of things out there at Dundee Marketplace.
Coming across with about a 7:41 was where Yavena's mark was on the last lap here.
Yeah, he should, I would assume, would finish this lap fairly strong. It's hard to finish some of these races when you're so far out ahead here.
You know what I just realized, Shannon, and we were, he left, but we were talking about not knowing what distances and stuff that events were going on in terms of the field events. I've just now noticed that by the high jump and by the pole vault, they do have distances. So in the pole vault, the bar is set at 9 feet 6 inches, I believe, and for the high jump at 5 feet right now.
Yeah, it's sometimes if you don't know that it's there, you don't tend to see it because you're too busy watching the athletes. And even at some meets or some of the bigger meets, you'll have top jumps over by the long jump as well.
Coming down the home stretch, Tusky Valley going to be wrapping up back-to-back victories in both the girls and boys 4x800. Good start for the Trojans. As Uvenna with a hard push here to round things out, going to cross the line somewhere in the ballpark of 8:52.
Yeah, I'd say about 8:51.9, 8:52.3 or so. Good time. I don't know if the Tusky Valley boys ran the 4x8 last week at the Thrilla. They might have. I don't quite remember.
I want to say they did, but do not hold me to that. That was a whole week ago. It's hard to tell.
They're a tough team as well. I mean, it would have been really cool to see the Garraway boys run with them to see kind of like how far those two could have pushed each other with Sam Uvina running that last lap virtually alone. So it would have been cool to watch those teams push each other, especially since I know they're fairly close to wanting to run that the district meet.
Tusky Valley, New Philadelphia, and Clemence, your running order for the boys 4x800. As we will shift gears now to the girls' 100-meter hurdles. And I always like to give a shout-out to the middle school track athletes for a lot of these schools who will come out and help put the hurdles out there.
Oh, yeah, the middle school athletes, the parents, sometimes a bystander just walking down will pull a hurdle out. You just have to make sure you put them on the right marks with the right height or you'll have a very upset athlete.
And you're going to hear about it if you somehow mess that up.
With the hurdles, though, that's so important. Even having that off an inch messes them up because they have steps that they follow. Really good hurdlers on the boys and girls side will do about 3 steps in between each one, maybe 4 depending how tall you are. But, yeah, these are very interesting events to run. I love watching the hurdles myself.
Shannon, you missed it, but we were just realizing that over at pole vault and high jump, they do have placards that are marking the heights right now.
Yeah, this is one of the events that you come to that have the placards. It was always nice when you were standing down there doing social media stuff for Big Z Sports. You knew where everything was at. And yeah, as you see on the screen right there, somebody just cleared the pole vault bar.
Yeah, it looks like the girls are doing it. Some of the top girls in this event will wait a few heights before they jump just because some of them might have a meet this weekend. They know that they can get over, whatever starting height it is. But 9.6 is a pretty good jump. It looks like the girls' high jump's about 5.2, so that might be wrapping up depending on who's still in.
With that high jump, as we were talking coming into the broadcast for the girls, the top mark was Chloe Sowers of New Philadelphia at 5'2". And lo and behold, I think the only athlete down there who's still participating is Miss Sowers, as it looks like from up here.
Yeah, only a freshman, too, jumping 5'2". That's pretty good.
Not too bad.
I'm not sure I could get over 5'2" right now, maybe with a ladder.
Now, did you do high jump, or were you more just on the running side?
If Coach Heineman told me to do it, I was doing it. I did high jump. At the mini relays when I was a senior, I was part of our mini relay high jump team where you had 3 athletes and you just added all 3 heights together. So yeah, I've done high jump, I've done long jump. Tried to convince my college coach to let me pole vault one time at the conference meet. He said, no, we need you for other things.
But you're saying in high school you were voluntold. It's always funny how that works.
Yeah, voluntold. Maybe tried to get out of an event or 2, but still ran all of them.
Heat number 1 is out in front in lane number 4 on the inside. It's Autumn Fowler, the freshman of Clemence, followed closely by Kaylin Marlatt of Dover. And at the line, going to be close. It looks like Fowler got the edge, but Marlatt really close right behind her.
Yeah, she might have got her depending on the lean. It's hard to tell with the lean up here. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, that's just making sure they don't start it. 24-2 for these. Some of these lower, I can't see that. Clemence looks like they got the edge there with that time.
Is it 18-23? Because
yes.
If it is for Fowler, that would definitely shatter her previous mark. We'll see when we get the official times up here. I knew I should have brought binoculars. I forget every time.
Yeah, with this, I'm trying to see where the wind is. The wind also affects these hurdle events because you're leaving the ground with your feet here. So you just want to make sure that you're nice and low going over that hurdle. Focus on your steps. And it gets a little dicey sometimes, especially at the higher levels where everybody is the same athlete. You might bump a few elbows every now and then. Maybe a trail leg will bump you. That's always pretty unfortunate, especially if you fall here.
Well, if anybody ever runs into you, you might want to make sure you got good insurance. So get a hold of Kemp Insurance in case somebody runs into your vehicle or you run into somebody else. I mean, you got to thank Kemp Insurance for coming on board.
Every time. In heat number 2, a full docket coming up as it's Ellie McGarr from Claymont, Lane 1, Marley Garland, Lane 2 of Newcomerstown, Tusky Valley's Natalia Wallach in Lane 3, Enya Pika of New Philadelphia in Lane 4, Gianna Miles, Lane 5 of Indian Valley, Avalyn Hoover, Newcomerstown, Lane 6, Anna Klasner, Lane 7 of Dover, and Taylor Shalosky, Lane 8 of New Philadelphia. Top seeded time, as we already said before, is Pika from New Philadelphia with a 15.88.
Anna Klasner is the granddaughter to Indian Valley hurdle coach Tom Klasner.
I read Klasner and I should have known.
Yep, that's Tom's granddaughter. So I guarantee you he's got eyes on this race.
See these girls come out of the blocks here. Pretty good start here for Pika in the middle.
Certainly.
Indian Valley, good start.
Out of the blocks, it was Pika way out in front, but Miles not too far behind.
Oh, she's moving here.
Pika in stride, 2 more hurdles to clear.
Ooh,
she'll be hitting the line first and certainly going to be close to her 15.88 mark that she came into. It looked like Miles in second for Indian Valley. We'll get you the official times coming up here shortly.
Might be pretty close to a PR there.
And that was a good time, good run for her, but that just shows you how special that Josie Pry was at running the hurdles because the record is 14.76, and that will beat a lot of the boys' times in the 110.
Yeah, Division 1, Josie Pry. She went down to Southern Florida, I believe. Her and Dad were out here almost every Sunday running these hurdles, practicing on them.
For the boys 4x800, the official time for Tusky Valley in the win is an 8:52.15. New Philadelphia at a 9:18.32 and Claymont at 9:25.57. Boys 110-meter hurdles. One heat upcoming as the hurdles getting reset now.
Dalen Clark with the meet record there. 14.49.
Deonovan Jones of New Philadelphia will be in Lane 1. Zane Finney, Tusky Valley, Lane 2. Justice Hughes, Lane 3 of Dover. Indian Valley's Carson Hostetler, your top seed with a 14.5. He'll be in Lane 4. Nolan Rosneck of New Philadelphia, Lane 5. Cohen Matthews, Lane 6 of Indian Valley. And Carson Bagazi of Dover in Lane 7.
3 boys ranked in the top 25 for this event, too, with Justice Hughes being ranked 25th for D2. You have Nolan Rosick being ranked in... Sorry, I got to turn my page here. Nolan Rosick being ranked 19th, and Carson Hostetler being ranked 5th for Division 3 for Indian Valley.
And the thing is, I've seen Hughes run the hurdles in the past, and when I see that time, it's just... I'm not sure why that time is where it's at this year because he's usually a very good runner. So I wouldn't be shocked if you see him don't get out strong right here and push Hostetler early.
The thing with Justice is he is going to be aggressive no matter what the sport is, whether it was football, wrestling, hurdles. I've seen him run these events since he was in 7th grade, and it's impressive.
One of the fastest races of the night coming up here momentarily from the Tuscarawas County Classic. Still awaiting the official times for the girls' 100 meters. Also, if you want to follow along with any of the action, as Matt mentioned, go to athletic.net. You can find, if you search under the state of Ohio, the Tuscarawas County Classic. Heck, you might get the results before we even see them.
Yeah, a lot of cell phones probably looking through the results here just to be sure. A lot of parents, a lot of aunts, uncles, grandparents looking to see if their kid PR'd here because that's the beauty about track and field. You'll see some people go straight to their phone after watching the event to see if it was a PR or not if they can't see the board.
Yeah, well, I know a couple people that tell me that they listen to these broadcasts while we're doing it because they like listening to our commentary. I don't know if that's a good thing or if they're making fun of us.
Got a nice crew out here today. I see a group of Dover and Philly football and basketball players watching some of their friends run here next to Greg Arbogast, who's standing with his phone ready to get this time here.
Girls pole vault has raised up to 10 feet now, and it looks like believe the boys' high jump about to get started here. So we'll have the girls' high jump results shortly.
Looks like they're getting ready to get set here for these hurdles. This will be just an absolute beauty of a race here, especially anytime you get to watch Carson run is a good run, isn't it?
Yeah, Carson's an incredible runner, and he's got two teammates. What's his name's running tonight? Matthews, or Cohen Matthews is running. TC Cannon is very good too, and they had a runoff last night, and TC wanted to concentrate on the 300 is what I was told, and so Cohen's getting the run tonight, but they could easily get 3 guys out of districts if they were allowed to take 3 to districts.
Yeah, if you were allowed to take 3, there's a few schools, especially with those Philly distance boys as well. Oh, we have some people standing up ready to watch this race. That's how exciting this race is.
Everybody already knows as the runners come set. Underway, boys 110-meter dash. It's Hostetler and Hughes side by side. Now Hostetler with the edge. Hughes in second, coming up from New Philadelphia. Looks like it's Rosnack. Out in front, Hostetler, final hurdle to clear, and he's going to lean at the line, and it certainly looks like he might have shattered his previous mark.
That may be a new meet record there for Carson there. That looks like about 14.4 or faster.
And how about Hughes? He knocked down every hurdle.
and still about second or third there.
Yeah, and still had a great run.
Hey, I told you it was going to be aggressive, whether it was football or hurdles. Maybe he thought he was running over some tacklers here.
Always in football watching Mr. Hughes play. I always said he's one of those athletes who runs angry, like he's got a problem with the ground and he's trying to punish it. Hughes and Rosnack will get you the official time. And how about Hostetler, a 14.19?
Oh, my goodness. That is so fast.
So we'll get that, we'll verify that, but that's what the board says in front of us. Heck of a time for Hughes, too, to your point, Shannon. He ran a 14.86, I believe is what that says. And for a 14.86, better than, or almost a half second from his previous seeded time.
Yeah, you called that one.
For the girls' high jump, we do have the official marks in, and it is freshman Chloe Sowers of New Philadelphia with a 5-foot clearance. Mia Boylan of Strasburg with a 4-foot 10-inch clearance. Alyssa Decker, the freshman from Claymont, 4 feet 6 inches. Now awaiting the girls' 100-meter dash. Boy, Shannon, if that's what we get from Hostetler, a 14.19, that's close to top in the state.
Yeah, that'll be right up there in the state, and if I can get my athletic thing to work, I'd let you know. But
girls' 100-meter hurdles, the official times, Anya Pika of New Philadelphia with a 15.96 as she goes sub-16. Gianna Miles for Indian Valley, a 16.41 for second. Marley Garland of Newcomerstown, the freshman, at a 17.2, and Anna Klasner of Dover, a 17.28. Evelyn Hoover, Newcomerstown, a 17.57 for your top 5. 2 heats for the 100 meters for the girls. Elna Torres of Tusky Valley, Kari Miller of Garraway, Ella Davis of Claymont, Peyton Grafe of Dover, Maricel Alcantara of New Philadelphia, Rachel Peters of Strasburg, and Sophia Cronobal of TCC. And out in front and going to win in heat number 1, looks like it is Grafe of Dover. I had a couple steps there on Davis from Claymont. See how those times stack up against the second heat times. Heat 2, Lily Wilson in lane 1 of New Philly. Samantha Cooter of Newcomerstown, lane 2. Cameron Cooter, lane 3 of Newcomerstown. So the sisters get to run side by side. Savannah Ashton of Tusky Valley, lane 4. Alexa Jones, lane 5 of Garraway. Whitney Wallace, lane 6, Claymont. Dover's Avery Worst in lane 7. And Kate Farthing, lane 8 of Strasburg.
It looks like Savannah from Tusky Valley is ranked 12th in this event for Division 4.
Ashton had a huge night at the Thrilla Indoor Villa.
Yeah, she was real busy that night, wasn't she?
She was about as tired as they get by the end of the event, as you can imagine.
So were the 2 sisters as well. They were in everything as well.
And we do get confirmation. Hostetler's official time, a 14.19 in the boys' 110-meter hurdles. Justice Hughes from Dover runs a 14.85, followed by Nolan Rosneck of New Philly with a 15.05.
Blazing times there. Carson running that time might put him at the number 1 or very, very, very close to a top 5-ish time in the entire state, no matter the division.
And that will also be a new school record for Hostetler.
You want to talk about knocking about 3/10 off of your time in a race that's only 110 meters. Certainly cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready for the Heat 2, the fast heat for the girls' 100-meter dash.
See what we get out of these athletes down here. Maybe the sisters will keep their hands to themselves here. You think there's a chance there's an elbow thrown right at the start line?
They'll wait till after. Hey, this record in this actually is held by a Newcomerstown runner back in 2001 in Janie Welch with a 12:44. Ashton, the best seed at a 12:59. We'll see if she can push it.
And getting started here.
Runners come set and underway. Girls 100-meter fast heat. Out in front, up the middle, it's
fast.
Ashton, but on the inside, it's also Samantha Cooter. Now Ashton with some closing speed at the end as she's going to stretch forward. Going to be a close finish, but it looks like it is Ashton all the way with Samantha Cooter second. We'll wait and see who comes home in third.
Might have been just under 13 there for her.
Ashton out of the blocks is not necessarily the fastest runner in the girls' 100 meters, but somewhere around the middle she always seems to find an extra gear.
Yeah, it's always about with this 100 who can slow down the least by the end. We were talking about that off the air here. You get out fast, you drive for as long as you can, you get up, and then you slow down the least amount.
Boys 100 meter, as we'll have 3 heats in this. First one will be Alex Udy of TCC, Sydney Duggar of TCC in lane 4, and then Lucas Dalpiaz of Claymont, all freshmen running this first heat of the boys' 100 meters. It is a busy day going on here from the County Classic, and you can check out the Big Z Sports Facebook page as Adam Saweski down there walking around track level, getting some updates. I'm sure he'll have some pictures and such coming up in just a little while.
Yeah, he posted a nice picture of Grady Kinsey with the Rockets getting a jersey, and I got to keep track of sending him confirmation whenever some meet records fall, and we're early and one has fallen already, so I had to get that information down to him. So he'll be busy tonight on social media.
Underway, and it's both TCC athletes who will be running this one. As out in front, it is Duggar, pair of freshmen here, logging some times for the 100-meter dash.
I had both these young men in class over at TCC.
Oh, there you go. So you're very familiar. Good times there for Duggar and Uni. As we'll move on to heat number 2. There'll be a few bragging rights between those two as for Duggar coming home in first in that first heat.
I believe he will let him know about it, too, tomorrow at school.
So in heat number 2, lane 1, Colson Coomerly of Garaway. Lane 2, Antonio Hernandez-Kalel of Dover. Tyler Stephen, lane 3 of Indian Valley. Strasburg's Micah McVeigh is in lane 4. Tusky Valley, lane 5 of Gavin Maxwell. Jace Barton, lane 6 of Dover. And Asher Mumba of Strasburg in lane 7. Previous record for this event held by Joey Farthing of Dover at a 10.98.
I think that one might go down today.
Do have a couple runners who are seated a little bit better than that. Farthing has his name on a couple records, I think, so far for the Tusk County Classic.
Yeah, it looks like he should have it on the long jump, the 4x1, this 100.
He's got it on. Yeah, he had it on the long jump. Has he got the high jump record?
I just looked at that. You'd think I would remember. In the high jump, he does at a 6 feet 8 inches.
Also might go down today with Mitchell Miller jumping 6 feet 7 inches for my young crowd out there, 6'7", you know.
Oh, gosh. I was expecting it from you first.
Hey, I didn't have to do it today.
I couldn't resist it.
Girls 100-meter dash. It is Savannah Ashton with a 12.82. Will come home with the win. Followed up by Samantha Cooter of Newcomerstown at a 12.95, and Cameron Cooter with a 13.17, also of Newcomerstown.
All respectable times there, and they're just going to keep getting faster.
Especially when you got, competition like that pushing you from each other, or from the other lanes, I should say.
And in your house with the two sisters.
And that too. Runners set, and we are underway. Heat number 2 for the boys' 100-meter dash. Out in front for Indian Valley, looks like it's Steven, but he's getting pushed on the inside now from Jace Barton. Barton now looks like he's got about a step on him, and it's going to be close at the line. We'll wait and see with your times.
Looks like the Barton family thinks he got it the way they're looking over there.
I'll tell you what, that young man did a nice job not falling right there at the finish line. He thought he was about to roll an ankle, and somehow he kept his legs under him.
Barton, the senior, in that run, the elder statesman, so to speak, in heat number 2, the only senior in that field. Looks like a 12-12, is that what it looks like?
12-12, looks about right there.
Colson, they're still switching it up. I believe it was Colson Coomerly maybe from Garraway who was second, or that's just the time that they got in quickest. Boys' third heat for the 100 meters. Dane Kosher of Tusky Valley, lane 1. Dom Singer, lane 2 of Newcomerstown. Andrew Wicker from Garraway, lane 3. Caleb Carlisle's in lane 4 of New Philly. Reese St. Clair, lane 5 of Indian Valley. For New Philly, it's Colston Fox in lane 6. Claymont's Dorian Harris is in lane 7. And Tanner Smith from Newcomerstown in lane 8.
2 athletes ranked in the top 25 here, with Caleb Carlisle being 13th in the 100 and Reese St. Clair being 10th in the 100 for NP being Division 2 and Indian Valley being Division 3.
You're going to want to watch there in lanes 4 and 5 right in the middle between Carlisle and St. Clair. Reminder, the record held at a 10.98. We'll see if either of them are able to push that. The only 2 runners in this event under that 11-second mark. Pole vault up to 10 feet 6 inches. It looks like we still have a couple competitors going for the girls.
Yeah, it looks like the boys are getting ready to start the high jump as well. Opening height looks to be 5 feet, I believe. 5 feet, yep. The stands are down all the way, so that's the starting height of 5 foot. With the rubber band out there, too.
Girls long jump as a couple athletes getting some distances. Get you the updates from that shortly.
The fun part about long jump is you always have the boys' 100's getting ready to start here. Let's see what we got.
Underway, fast heat for the boys' 100-meter dash. Out of the starting blocks, it is Carlisle out in front. Carlisle by a wide distance. St. Clair closing that gap a little bit, but it's going to be Caleb Carlisle, and he got that one right out of the blocks. Going to be close on that time.
That looks to be another meet record here, I believe. That looked to be about under 10.8. We'll see kind of what the clock stops at here. Nice run by him.
Boy, Carlisle from the first 10 meters was way out in front, and is that an 8 or a 9? We're going to find out in a bit. If my eyes don't deceive me, it looks like a 10.81 for Carlisle, which would be a new meet record. Up next, the girls 4x200. Each athlete halfway around the track.
Let's see his reaction here. They're just kind of waiting to finalize these times, it looks like. Even with automatic timing, you have to stand there for X amount of time.
Actually, might be a 10.91, I think, is what they might have shown. And for Carlisle, well, not a huge reaction from him, so we'll see. So in this...
So with that 10.91, if that's what it was, would it be a new school record too? Because I don't know what their school record is.
I believe their school record, he has it. It's 10.8 or faster.
Full race here for the girls 4x2. Lane 1's New Philly, lane 2 Tusky Valley, Claymont lane 3, Newcomerstown's in lane 4, 5 Indian Valley, 6 Dover, Garraway's in lane 7, and Strasburg in lane 8.
Newcomerstown sister duo coming back after running that 100 to run this.
I have always wondered how in the world they do that after that 100-meter sprint, and then they say, all right, well that 100 was so good, let's do double that.
Yeah, and they'll probably do that again later this evening, too, with a few events. That Newcomerstown 4x2 team is ranked 6th for Division 5 as well.
In the 100-meter dash for the boys, it is official. It's a new record for the Tuscarawas County Classic, as it is a 10.91 for Caleb Carlisle. Reese St. Clair from Indian Valley second with an 11.12. Andrew Wicker of Garraway an 11.32. Colston Fox from New Philly at 11.47. And Dom Singer fifth from Newcomerstown with an 11.59. So congratulations to Mr. Carlisle on a new meet record. And I'm sure he's going to smile a little bit as a Quaker beating a Tornadoes record.
I knew you were going to say it.
Event record at a 1:46.94 for Clemence, set back in 2006. A couple of teams could push that as your teams under a minute 50 in Newcomerstown and Indian Valley.
Those Newcomerstown girls are impressive. I watched them Friday at that Thrilla meet.
Cameron Cooter, Samantha Cooter, Evelyn Hoover, and Sully Garland. Getting the relay zones all set. Looks like, are they still doing girls pole vault? Because suddenly the height is now 11.4.
Yeah, I seen the Garraway girl. I thought she cleared 10.6 when I was watching.
She's seen at 11.6. I believe she was an indoor All-Ohioan for the pole vault as well. So she's going to push that height probably a little higher. It's a pretty nice night for it. It looks like the wind died completely down. Those little flags on top of the field goal posts are not moving. So she might try and push that jump a little bit more, especially with the record only being 11.7, with her seed time being 11.6.
Abby Steiner of Garraway at that 11.6. Just a junior, so still got a year to, grow and improve on this.
Remember, guys, you only got a couple more days left. Mother's Day is coming on Sunday. And if you're looking for last-minute gift ideas, go down to McCully Drive in Uricksville. Check out Stepping Stones, Crafts, and More. They got all kinds of flowers and decorations. They got all kinds of candles in there, too. They can help you with anything, but you're running out of time, gentlemen. Get down to Stepping Stones, Crafts, and More for Mother's Day.
Somebody right now is on the way home, and you just said that, and they realized, oh, yeah, that does sound like a good idea. I'll make a bit of a detour.
I'm sitting in the booth thinking about it right now, because I may be one of those guys running out of time.
Don't remind me. I already know, too, so don't feel bad.
Oh, I'm at that age. My kids are all old enough. They can drive. They can get it themselves.
All athletes. Oh, go ahead.
Yep, 4x2 getting ready to start here.
All those results, as we mentioned, at athletic.net, that you can get the live results as we get them. Underway. Team with the fastest time coming in here for the girls 4x2 was the Newcomerstown team in lane 4. And certainly down the backstretch, looks like they've chewed off quite a bit of that initial stalemate, as they've already made a pass or two. We'll see on the handoffs, though. That's where it all comes down to.
Yeah, I cannot mess up the baton handoffs here, being a relay team. You have 3 other people relying on you. Just get the stick around fastest.
Extremely clean, it looked like, for the Trojans. Out from behind the band shell, it is Dover and Newcomerstown out in front.
They look like they've made up this stagger. Yep, they've made up this stagger all the way around here, so let's see this handoff here, too.
Newcomerstown with a slight edge, but we'll see on the exchange at the start-finish line.
Oh, and they're flying.
No problem for Newcomerstown. Dover a little slow on that exchange. Indian Valley struggling as well there, but that's the order, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like I said, Newcomerstown, they made up the stagger there in the first lap, and looks like Dover's gaining on it.
Lainey Keith looks like she's running her down a little bit here. Lainey Keith, a senior over at Dover.
Closing up that gap a little bit on the final exchange. No problem for Newcomerstown.
Ooh, that exchange was rough for Dover there.
A little slow on the exchange to the Tornadoes with a ton of ground to make up here. Trojans trying to hold on, and flying out of the corner there is Sully Garland.
Yeah,
Newcomerstown way out.
Watch the clock here.
Previous record just under a minute 47 as Garland pushing hard. Garland in the final 50. And look at this finish for second, as closing the gap now is Strasburg. And Strasburg and Dover very close at the line for second place. Looked like the Tornadoes, I think, maybe had the edge, but we'll find out. And we'll get you the official time for Newcomerstown. It came in seated at a 147.63. Not sure if they're going to quite best that, but still a good run for those Lady Trojans.
This is going to be the closest out of the records that's fallen so far. I mean, it's right there.
It's going to be really close.
Boys 4x200. Another full race. Newcomerstown lane 1. Tusky Valley lane 2. Lane 3 New Philly. Lane 4 Dover. Indian Valley lane 5. Lane 6 Garaway. Lane 7 Strasburg. And Clemence in lane 8.
This will be a good race too here.
Best time, and there's almost nothing in it between Dover and Indian Valley. In fact, 0.03 of a second separate those two teams.
And New Philly right there as well. They're right there. Some bragging rights between those three schools. Very common that they play in football too, so you would like to get the one up on track too going to football season, right?
No, they don't talk about bragging rights across multiple sports, across multiple different seasons. Not at all.
not with kids with social media, right? This may be the first 4x2 Indian Valley has ran with these four boys together with Grady, Carson, Logan, and Reese.
Yeah, I don't think when we had them at the Bell Legacy, I don't believe this was their 4x200 team.
I don't think they did at Tusky Valley either, with that being Grady's one of his first races back, right?
Yeah, I can't. It's terrible I can't remember a week ago.
Don't worry, me neither.
Shannon, you might remember better than I do.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think Grady ran the 4x2.
I think they ran the 4x1 and he ran the 100, right?
Yep.
200 too. He ran those three.
Coming up in a little bit will be the girls and boys 1 mile races, which, this is of no offense to our distance runners, we'll give you the start and the finish, but we'll pay a few bills in the middle of that. Looks like your starters for each team. And again, this is what our starting list shows. It's kind of hard to tell from here. Grant Varnes for Newcomerstown. Gavin Maxwell, Tusky Valley. Nathan Sigler of New Philly. Dante Clark of Dover. Grady Kinsey of Indian Valley. Braylon Books of Garaway. Nicholas Milburn of Strasburg. And Jaden Anderson of Clemence.
No ranked top 25 teams for this, but that could change at the end of this race here.
Not a bad time to be setting a new top mark.
No perfect time of year to start doing it with this county meet and then conference meet starting next week and then districts, regional, state.
Speaking of perfect timing, Adam Soweski's about to walk up here with some pizza in hand, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I saw him with the pizza there.
I was getting ready to text him.
To go grab a second one, or?
Well, you know, it's carbo loading before apparently we do the our version of a 4x1.
What would you guys put your 100C time at here?
Oh, not good, I can tell you that.
All right, underway here. Grady out fast, it looks like. Looking strong. The thing with the 200 is, oh, we have an athlete stopping on the outside there.
Yeah, not sure what happened there because we had an athlete who I'm not sure if
Strasburg athlete?
Yeah, was in the wrong starting spot potentially. And now I'm all confused.
Yeah, did he start back up? Looks like he started back up.
He did, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Maybe he was in the wrong exchange zone. Indian Valley out in front as that is Hostetler down the front stretch.
Just flying. Deer Weber right behind him.
Weber for Dover behind him. Coming up to the next exchange at the start-finish line. All about that clean handoff. Indian Valley gets it, as does Dover.
Dover nice and clean. Justice out.
New Philadelphia, Tusky Valley, and Strasburg very close to each other.
This race ain't over yet.
Dover reeling them in down the backstretch.
Justice Hughes running angry again out there.
Yeah, he closed a lot of gap. Now it's going to come down to this last 200 meters.
Oh, Dover switched up the order there, too. This is Braylon Little finishing it out here.
So it'll be Little from Dover, and it will be St. Clair of Indian Valley down out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Going to be a 100-meter dash to the finish. Nearly side by side, St. Clair with a step. St. Clair widening that gap a bit. Coming up to the line, and it will be Indian Valley followed by Dover, and that could be pretty close to the record set by Tusky Valley at a 1:38.4 last year. We'll see, as our angle for your start-finish line's a little bit off.
Hard to see the little times up here, too.
So we'll wait for those official times to get registered. And speaking of official times or official heights, it is official for the pole vault for the girls. Abby Steiner of Garraway is your champion from the Tuscarawas County Classic with an 11-foot clearance. Katie Armstrong of Tusky Valley at 10 feet. Molly Sievers from Newcomerstown also cleared 10 feet for third. Lucy Numbers in fourth place with an 8.6, and Sarah Whitlatch of Tusky Valley also cleared 8.6.
Yeah, nice vaults right there. I couldn't get that word out. Did we ever get the official times of the girls 4x200?
We did not yet. Also, Matt will step aside because he's got some other important stuff to be doing during this event.
Yeah, he coaches a little bit, and he's got a little bit of interest in this one, so he's going to step aside, and you have to just listen to our nonsense for a couple seconds, and we'll bring
before we have to go to break.
And then we'll bring the expertise back.
Appreciate having Matt around, bringing his expertise in track and field.
Hey, we're always expanding, always looking to do more things, and when you can bring in somebody that knows a sport that can help you, and he's here to help us.
Well, that's why we got Jeremy Holbrook up here running the camera.
Brought in a lot of expertise with that.
He didn't hear us, so we're safe.
You got to figure you got a Holbrook in here running the camera. You got Natalie Holbrook down there taking pictures somewhere. You got Holbrooks that are running in the county classic. There's just Holbrooks everywhere.
Kylie Smith of New Philadelphia, Callie Wallace of Claymont, Kylie McKenzie Strasburg, Rowan Hershey, Indian Valley, Caitlin Doughty of New Philadelphia, Natalie Stokes of Tusky Valley, Bailey Herbert, Indian Valley, Natalie Renneker, Tusky Valley, Dover's Casty McKee, Emma McPherson from Claymont, Clara Allen of Newcomerstown, and Lydia Raber of Garraway. That is your starting list for the girls' 1 mile.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the paper right off the get-go, you just think, oh, Kylie Smith of New Philadelphia, she's out about 6 seconds on the field. Everybody thinks, she should be a walk-away favorite. But the problem is, when you run into competition that is as good as the competition that she's going to face today, that 6 seconds can disappear in a hurry.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at how fast that pace can change. Out in front for Tusky Valley, is Natalie Stokes, and right behind her is Natalie Renneker. That is your running order, your top two as they cross the line, and when we return, we've got more updates from the Tuscarawas County Classic, but we'll pay a couple bills and get you the finish for the girls' 1600 coming up on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
MPS Manufacturing is passionate about creating jobs, supporting families, and building our community. As a proven partner for cost-effective, American-made rubber molding projects, MPS combines expert knowledge with the precision of advanced technology, delivering top-quality products and efficient processes every time. MPS Manufacturing, proud supporters of Dover Athletics and the student athletes who make our community proud.
Looking for a store that truly has it all? The Dundee Marketplace offers a full-service deli counter and farm fresh produce, bulk foods, expanded cooler and freezer sections, and everyday household goods. They've got everything you need under one roof. You'll even find unique handmade crafts. Hungry? Grab a quick bite from their grab-and-go items, order from the full menu, or enjoy the fresh salad and hot bar in their comfortable dining area. See it for yourself at Dundee Marketplace, 6783 State Route 93 in Dundee. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Find them on Facebook to learn more.
Sun's out? That means it's time for Softies. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or just chasing something sweet, Softies has you covered. With daily food specials and open 7 days a week until 9, it's your all-week stop for warm weather favorites. And let's be honest, no day is complete without ice cream. Cones, shakes, sundaes, tornadoes, however you like it, Softies has it ready. After the game, after dinner, or just because, it's always a good time for Softies. Find them on Facebook and start planning your next treat.
The Tuscarawas County Rockets stay active year-round, competing in events and bringing the community together, and they couldn't do it without dedicated volunteers. There are 2 exciting events coming up this month. On May 14th, join the Rockets at Tuscarora Park for a fun bocce tournament. Then on May 16th, head to Strasburg's Ron Hurst Field for a track and field event. Interested in getting involved? Volunteers are always needed. Call 330-243-6562 to learn more or sign up. And don't forget, stay up to date with everything the Rockets are doing by following them on Facebook.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The bell lap sounds for the girls' 1600, or the 1 mile, better known as. Out in front, looks like for Strasburg, you have Kylie McKenzie out in front, and right behind her, cannot tell who it is for Tusky Valley. It's one of the Natalies. We know that for a fact. So a 2-girl race at the back of the pack, or pardon me, in the backstretch rather, as both McKenzie and I believe that is Stokes from Tusky Valley out in front.
Oh, it would be Kylie Smith from...
Oh, the red and black threw me off. It is Kylie Smith of New Philadelphia.
Sorry, I ran down there to watch it.
I'm more impressed on how quickly you got back up here.
Yeah, I'm a little out of breath.
Coming down the front stretch and out in front for Strasburg, it is Kylie McKenzie.
This is
Callie Wallace. Good Lord. Callie Wallace out in front for Claymont, followed by Kylie Smith of New Philly. And then in third place.
About 5:16 there.
And 5:10 was the record for Tusky Valley from Madison DeBose.
I was down on the track there. It looked like 2 Tusky Valley girls took it out hard and dropped out about halfway or slowed down, trying to see if I can find them.
Yeah, between Natalie Stokes and Natalie Reneker, did take that initial push, but did kind of drop further back.
Might have been an undisclosed pacing job out there.
Now, for those of us who would have no idea what you're talking about.
So sometimes an agreement upon teammates usually. Someone will pace and drop out at a pace they can't necessarily run. But it might have looked like the Tusky Valley girls took out either Callie Wallace, I think, would be my guess who they were helping.
As the rest of the runners will come around here, so your top 3 finishing spots almost go 1, 2, 3 with your seating, but Wallace first, Smith second, and McKenzie third.
Yeah, Kylie Smith and Callie Wallace, respectively, are ranked in the Kylie Smith Division 2 mile for girls and Callie Wallace for Division 4 for the mile.
It's throwing me off with the orange between Strasburg and Claymont and the red and black for Tusky Valley and New Philly.
Yeah, I think you have to look for the orange shorts for Claymont. I don't know if Strasburg's wearing orange shorts.
They are, because at the 10-yard line.
Oh, I see your confusion now. Because I'm just used to it, because I see them so often.
Boys 1600 upcoming. We do have official times now for the boys 4x200. It was Indian Valley with a 1:30.78.
And that's a new meet record.
It is a new meet record for the boys 4x200 in the County Classic. Dover was second with a 1:31.47. That their best seeded time by a full second. Tusky Valley third with a 1:35.88.
as exciting as that 4x2 was, this boys' mile might be the race of the night. We have, I gotta flip my page here, I'm sorry. Wyatt Linden and Marcus Alderman both ranked in the state for their for the mile. Marcus Alderman's ranked second for Division II, and Wyatt Linden doesn't have a time on the board, but I bet you he'll be ranked in the top 10 after this.
Well, judging by the times that were provided coming into this, they're separated by 9/100ths of a second, and Linden actually posting a better time than Adelman.
Yeah, that would be a time from last year.
That's what I figured.
That was, so like with athletic.net, they register your PR. So like you may have ran 4:30 this year or not ran time, but it'll register you there. This event holds pretty near and dear to my heart because if you look at the top there, that Jackson triplet time, that was that race I was talking about earlier in the stream here. Jackson Triplett finishing his career at Xavier this spring here with maybe that race being the best running race I've ever seen in my life between him and Owen Brady.
For the girls, 4x200, the official times just falling short of the record, but still getting the win is New Comerstown with a 1:47.46. Dover comes in with a 1:51.66. Claymont at a 1:51.84. Girls pole vault. Oh, we already did that one.
Here we go. Off we go. Marcus and Wyatt, and then the rest of the field.
Both in the inner lane there for the Quakers, a pair of seniors. We'll be seeing how their pace matches up, and no surprise from turn 2 into the backstretch. They want to be setting that pace early.
Oh, and I'm assuming they're going after this record here. I guess we'll see, though, after we come around this band shell here once they get back there. You can kind of tell what runners' intentions are about, I would say, about 300, 400 meters into a race.
Not an easy event to, come back from either. If you get behind by too much early on, you want to save something for the end, but if you find yourself way back on the last couple of laps, it's hard to start clawing your way back.
Well, usually I got to set my pace when I go to Sammy Sue's barbecue. I tend to eat that outsider. And my wife always tells me to save some for later, but I can't. I set a good pace, and I finish it before I go. So if you're looking for something good to eat, go over to Sammy Sue's Barbecue and get you some wings, some pulled pork, or my personal favorite, the Outsider, which was created for the original Big Z Sports guys. It's a great sandwich.
It looks like these Philly boys have a race plan set. They went out in 66. They look very comfortable. 66 is about 4:24 mile pace, so they may be looking to negative split this.
Yeah, and we were talking about just how good this new Philadelphia pairing is. The next closest time, a 4:38.8 from Tyler Schuss of Dover. Or Shush of, I always pronounce that right. I always pronounce it wrong.
And then you have Nick Palmer in third for Garraway. He has a mile PR about 4:30, 4:32. He just hasn't quite got there yet, but around this time last year is when he started running that. I think next week or the week after is when he really started coming on strong last year.
So from behind the band shell, lap number 2, still both New Philadelphia runners out in front. Palmer from Garraway right behind him. And for Dover, it is Shush.
Yeah, I'd watch this last 800, see how fast these boys start going, and Marcus is going to the lead here.
Also behind them, it is Caden Wallace of Claymont.
About 2:18 there. Oh, and they're turning it on.
So after that halfway mark, there you go. There you can find their game plan of them finding the extra gear.
Yeah, this may be a state meet strategy with how the state meets sometimes get ran or how the district regionals sometimes get ran. You just want to survive in advance for districts and regionals, so they may be practicing running a slower pace to try and maximize the amount of events they can get out in. Because with Marcus being ranked in the top 25 with the 800, 16, and 32, his brother Alec being ranked in 2 different events, Wyatt being ranked in 2 different events, you kind of want to pick and choose what you got here. I may also have insider information. That's the plan. So
I wasn't going to ask. I kind of figured that was the case, but I'm like, you know what? I'll let you keep your secrets to yourself.
If I keep talking about my sources, does that mean I have a lot of them, or?
Yeah. Or you're just proud of the few that you have. It could be that too.
Okay, so these Philly boys just split a 64-second lap, so their intentions are very well to negative split this. I think Jackson's record is probably out of reach here, but we'll watch to see what happens.
Would take quite the effort at a 4:16.10 is that record. And Palmer and Shush still pretty close to each other back there in third, the battle for third, I should say, heading into the backstretch.
Yeah, you'd like to see these two boys try to link up and push the rest of the way. Palmer looks like he's struggling a little bit more than Shush is. Shush is fairly new to running distance as well, if I remember correctly.
Out in front, it is a master class right now for the Quakers as running 1-2 in this boys 1 mile.
And they're absolutely moving. Wyatt had beat Marcus here last year at the 2 mile.
Well, we'll see how the running order is going to go here. Record for triplet will remain safe for TCC, but still a heck of a time for both of those Quakers.
About 2:04 for that last 800 there.
And look at that. For third, it is Shush who pushes ahead. Final sprint to the finish.
That would be a nice PR for Shush and a good mile opener for Nick as well here.
Yeah, Palmer, well, for Shush, will knock off about 6 seconds or so for his time. Palmer will knock off about 8 seconds for his time coming in here, at least for what we were provided in terms of their times.
Yeah, you would like, Nick, my guess would have liked to be a little faster, but going under 4:40, I believe, is what he ran, is definitely a step in the right direction for him.
Girls 4x100 now on the way.
Oh, another former student that I had may have slipped under the 5-minute barrier, Alex Mercier from TCC.
Mercier was able to slip under that 5-minute mark. The time that he had listed here was a 5:15, so a heck of a job.
Yeah, ran that last week. PR last week.
For the girls 4x100, your fast team of Newcomerstown with a 50-42, and it's a team that mirrors their 4x200 team, as it's both Samantha and Cameron Cooter, Evelyn Hoover, and Soli Garland. In lane 1, it will be Indian Valley, the team of Aria McDaniel, Hallie Klassner, Lily Cecil, Jenna Vallet. New Philadelphia, lane 2, Grace Carlisle, Maricel Alcantara, Taylor Shalosky, and Anya Pika. Tusky Valley, lane 3, Leah Howard, Abeka Fouts, Callie Brown, and Savannah Ashton. That Newcomerstown team, we already went through their starting order. Lane 5, Avery Wurst, Kenley Oswald, Emmy Rodriguez, and Peyton Grafe. Clemonte's team of Ella Davis, Promise Orr, Whitney Wallace, and Kennedy Searcy. Lane 7 of Garraway, Alexa Jones, Lucy Numbers, Abby Steiner, and Lily Yoder. And for Strasburg in lane 8, Kate Farthing, Lila Wiggs, Sujali Ahanel Hunak, and Maddie Boylan.
I'm glad you had to read through the names.
I always apologize for everybody whose name I butcher when they go back to watch these. Shannon and I are both really good at that.
Butchering names?
Uh-huh.
I'm tell you what, I'm so good at butchering names. I should change professions and be a butcher.
I don't know if the skills necessarily translate all that well.
Hey, you know who does have skills?
What's that?
The people out at Grandview Exterior Systems. If you need any work done on your roof, get a hold of Grandview Exterior Systems. They're located out of Dundee. They specialize in commercial and residential roofing. They offer free inspections with consultations, long-term maintenance plans, leak detections, and repairs, roof restoration, and roof replacements. Schedule an evaluation today by calling 330-275-1807. Or if you don't like talking to people on the phone, you can go to their website at grandviewexteriorsystems.com, and you can fill out an online form, and they'll contact you that way. So, when spring comes, it brings a lot of wind, a lot of rain, can cause damage to your roof, so give Grandview Exterior Systems a call.
Official times for the girls 1 mile. Callie Wallace from Claymont with a 5:16.52. Kylie Smith of New Philly in second with a 5:19.54. Kylie McKenzie from Strasburg, 5:32.35. Rowan Hershey of Indian Valley, a 5:36.97. And Bailey Herbert, also of Indian Valley, at a 5:43.32 is your top 5 runners.
For this 4x1, we have Tusky Valley girls and Newcomerstown girls who are ranked in the top 25. Newcomerstown girls are ranked third for this event for the 4x1, and the Tusky Valley girls are ranked 18th. And you would never guess who is on the Newcomers Town relay again.
I was going to ask you that, is how common is that to have the identical 4x2 and 4x1 teams?
Well, depending on the team size, with a team size like Newcomers Town, it's not super surprising, especially if you get 4 studs who can do it time and time and time again. Some of the bigger meets you'll have more time in between, but these girls have probably done this all year, that the short time between those two events, probably they don't even notice.
Just a part of the many athletes that we see in these type of events that we see just are very, very busy.
Oh, very, very busy indeed. I know I'm probably a little biased saying this, but we always talk about our best athletes being football and basketball players. Then you come out here and you see, a sophomore girl or junior girl run 4 events and then win 4 events, or a boys, or you see Marcus Alderman or Wyatt or Alec all going out here and representing well throughout the area and the state, but some heck of athletes out here that make them just unique in their own way.
Why we always come back to the point, or at least Shannon and I have before, about how many coaches advocate for multi-sport athletes, but on top of that, if you're going to want some speed, if you're going to want, what they say, track speed, especially on the football field, you're going to want to be looking, there's a reason they call it track speed. Find it from, the thing that runs around the football field that you play on.
The track speed's so much different than football speed. And some football players have a hard time realizing that, and then they step on a track and they go, ooh, maybe this isn't for me anymore. Joey Farthing was lucky to have both those.
Yes, he did. Well, you look at, some of the names from Dover from last year who were also on the football field and also on this track team for Dover, and the Tornadoes had plenty of speed last year.
Oh, there are plenty, and there's plenty more that should have been on the track this year. I can say it personally. Get the 4x1 girls underway here. I can say it personally that there is a boy that lives under my parents' household who may be my little brother who should have been on the track this year. Old Robbie Koppel should have been on this track this year. He's not doing anything anyway,
I'll let you take up that battle.
Well, my mom might be listening, so I might get a text before too long.
Down the backstretch, as in the middle there, it is Newcomers Town out in front. Dover right beside him, though, your 2 top-seeded teams.
Nice showdown again here. Let's see these exchanges here.
Last exchange, and it looks like Dover's going to get the edge from behind the band shell. All on the handoff, though. Down the front stretch. Tornadoes out in front, but here comes Garland again for Newcomers Town, and she's going to take the edge. And at the line, it will be the Trojans, followed by the Tornadoes, then the Trojans from Tusky Valley.
Might be a sub-50 performance there for them.
Yeah, that's going to be close to a record.
Out of nowhere, we could see it from turn 4 heading into the front stretch. It looked like Dover, but closing speed.
That whatever happened behind that band shell over there, right there, Dover comes out with a lead and looks like they're going to push through. But that team from Newcomers Town is special, and they're looking to do things at the state meet this year if they can make it that far.
Looks like it is a 50.31 according to the board down there.
Well, if that's the case, then the Dover girls' record still stands in the 4x100 because Dover set it last year at 50.16.
Some tough girls on that one, too. You have all 3 of those were girls returning. I think all 3 of those girls are seniors. And then Ava Zobel, I believe, is finishing up her freshman year at Marshall this year.
Boys 1600 official times. Marcus Edelman from New Philadelphia with a 4:22.3. Wyatt Lendon with a 4:22.75. Tyler Shush from Dover with a 4:35.23. Nick Palmer from Garraway with a 4:38.25. And Dominic Schlebaugh, also of Garraway, with a 4:50.72.
So Jackson Triplett's record in the 1600 meters still stands at 4 minutes and 16 seconds. He set that back in 2022.
He might be listening right now, too. So,
and he's going, thank goodness it didn't fall yet. But that's the thing with, track and field athletes. All records are made to be broken.
And they are. And I think especially in our area, especially on the distance sides, we're all supportive of each other to do that. So if Jackson's record goes down today or last year or whenever, that may go down. Hopefully never, in my biased opinion. He'll probably be the first one to congratulate whoever does it.
Boys 4x100. Lane 1 is Strasburg, team of Micah McVeigh, Braxton Goring, Asher Mumba, and Nicholas Milburn. Garraway, Braylon Books, Matt Fry, Micah Yoder, and Andrew Wicker. Dover is Carson Bagazi, Antonio Hernandez-Kalel, Maverick Miller, and Jace Barton. New Philadelphia of Eric Harris, Cade Jones, Miles Tyson, and Caleb Carlisle. Lane 5, Indian Valley, Grady Kinsey, Carson Hostetler, Logan Burrier, and Reese St. Clair. Newcomerstown, Dom Singer, J.J. Justice, Lucas Justice, and Tanner Smith. Tusky Valley, Lane 7, Dane Kosher, Braden Miller, Ben Brantley, and Gavin Maxwell. And rounding it out, Lane 8 is Claymont, Jaden Anderson, Dorian Harris, Jax Willis, and Wyatt Hicks.
Indian Valley boys being ranked 16th in Division III for this one.
You know, I had mentioned about the Newcomerstown girls team in the 4x100 and their 4x200 team being the exact same. Indian Valley boys taking the same page out of that book as they both have the same 200 and 100 teams.
Yeah, that's a very common thing on the boys' side too, to have a 4x1, 4x2 team be the same exact people. Just because speed is speed at the end of the day, and the 400 speed's a little bit different. Some of the 100, 200 guys can't quite hold on long enough, and some of the 400 guys don't have enough top end to run the different events.
Runners come set, and we are underway. Boys 4x100 from the Tuscarawas County Classic. Out of the starting blocks, your fastest team, it's not much between New Philadelphia and Indian Valley. And on that exchange,
about even there. Let's see Carson Reynolds back down this back stretch.
Hostetler out in front of the pack. Next handoff out to Indian Valley, as out in front it is Burrier.
That's where they dropped it at the Thrill. Good looking like they's going to get a win, and that's where they dropped it.
But look at the pressure from New Philadelphia as they're going to get the exchange and the advantage.
Look at these Philly fans stand up in excitement here.
Carlisle out in front of St. Clair, and it's going to be the Quakers who pick up a big 4x100 win, and they will be very close to that meet record held by Dover.
I think that's all about the exchanges there. I saw on the second exchange back there with Indian Valley boys, they did something that you don't see often. They get the stick in one hand and switch it to the other to keep running, where a typical 4x1 exchange, whatever hand you grab it in is the hand it stays in.
And if I can read correctly, it does look like that says 4.288, which would be a new record, but we'll get confirmation with that here shortly. Boy, it was about neck and neck from turn 4 into the front stretch on that final exchange, but we saw the same thing. Indian Valley had to check up a little bit there on that final exchange.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to is the exchange zones and these relays. Everything has just got to go perfect, because in a 4x100, you can't lose but a millisecond, or you got to make that ground up.
I mean, you can't give CJ Carlisle any type of gap. None.
You see what happens if you do.
Yeah, he's a 10-800 runner. Can't give him that space there.
Girls 400 meters. There'll be 2 heats in this.
Ava Zobel with the meet record here.
Boys high jump. They are officially getting heights now at 5 feet 4 inches. Pole vault's the same, as that's set at 9 feet. Looks like the long jump pit has gone cold.
They might have a few jumpers wrapping up here, but usually at this time in the meet, the long jump's pretty much wrapped up across the board. Oh, little misstep there.
And it looks like in this first heat we are only going to have 2 runners, pardon me. It'll be Lizzie Bauer of Claymont and Lainey Keith of Dover.
This might be one of Lainey Keith's first open 400s of the year. She's usually a 100 4x1 runner, 4x2 as well.
Underway. Coming into this event, in these 2 heats, your top-seeded time will be in heat number 2. It is Lydia Thomas of Strasburg, under 59 at a 58.72. No other runner under a minute.
She's a freshman.
Oof. So it makes you wonder, where could that time potentially end up at the end of 4 years? But
yeah, she's a freshman, and for this event, she is ranked in... Sorry, I lost Strasburg for a second. 5th. She's 5th in the state for this 400 for Division 5.
From turn 3 into 4, out in front, it is still Keith of Dover. Keith followed up by Bauer. Pretty good gap as she'll look to finish strong for the Tornadoes in this first heat.
I imagine she would have liked to be in that first heat to kind of see how she can shape up, especially in an open 400 that she doesn't run often, but she can still score from the second. If you just finish all the way, there we go.
And for Keith, depending on what the time is, that will be a new, well, she does have a time on there, but like you said, if that's her first open 400 she's competing in,
Maybe
we'll see how it stacks up.
Maybe the first one of the year. 67.72. Nice little PR for her going into the postseason.
Shannon, can you even see those numbers from over there? No. I'm having a hard time reading them.
I'm busy right now trying to help Adam do social media.
Oh, well, I'm going to leave you to that then.
That's kind of nice having a third guy up here to help.
So you can do that.
Sometimes you'll be talking when it's just me and you, and I'll look over like, you talking to me?
Are you saying you forget I'm up here, Shannon?
No, I'm glad you're up here. I can hear you.
Normally, if you've ever watched one of our broadcasts before for track and field, I'll be in the middle of end of a statement, and I'll look at Shannon throwing it to him, and he'll just turn and look at me, and I realize he's been staring at his phone the whole time trying to update our Facebook page.
Might throw it right back to you then.
There you go. Lane 1 will be Natalie Bambeck of Dover, Amelia Smith, Lane 2 of Indian Valley, Clemont's Kinley Preston in Lane 3, Lydia Thomas from Strasburg, Lane 4, Alana Allen of Indian Valley, Lane 5, Lily Wilson's in Lane 6 of New Philadelphia, and her teammate in Jillian Haynes will be in Lane 7. Do have your official times for both the boys and the girls 4x100s, and for the boys, for New Philadelphia, we do have a new meet record of a 42.88 for New Philadelphia. Indian Valley second with a 43.92, Newcomerstown with a 44.47, Garraway 45.15, and Dover with a 45.75.
Do you want me to say it or do you want to say it?
You can do it this time.
New Philly took another Dover meet record.
There's a reason I had to let you take that one this time.
Yeah, it hurt my soul slightly, but I guess track's track and you just want to see the fast times.
Girls 4x100, it is Newcomerstown with a 50.31. For the win there, Dover second with a 50.69. Tusky Valley with a 51.98. Clemont 52.42. And Garraway a 52.6.
See Lydia run this.
We've already, we're hitting this point of the night. Still plenty of stuff to go, but we've had a lot of records fall already for the County Classic.
Yeah, like I said, probably pre-broadcast with you guys. It was a really nice night. Maybe a little chilly for some people, but overall, really nice night. Calm winds. Sun's out.
In the girls' 400-meter dash fast heat, and you can already tell out of lane 2 heading to the backstretch, it is Thomas of Strasburg way out in front already.
Yeah, she's flying. Might be going after that meet record, too. I know I watched her family celebrate her 400 win at the Thrilla when I was walking around.
That record held by Ava Zobel of Dover at a 59.11. Currently, as she hits turn number 4 behind the bandshell down the front stretch, right around 41 seconds here hitting the front stretch. Pretty good pace. Thomas's best time was a 58.72 that you had mentioned last week that she had logged. We'll see if she can best on it again.
Full finish here.
Thomas running out a little bit of steam there. Not going to quite break the record, it doesn't appear, but a fantastic time for Lydia Thomas in the win for Strasburg. Looks like coming home in second place will be Kinley Preston of Clemont.
We get 3 more years of watching Lydia Thomas run one lap around the track, too.
Well, what's fun, too, is Thomas with that great time, Preston in second from Clemont. Both of them are freshmen, so I have a feeling you're going to be seeing both of those names at the top of the 400 for quite a while.
Yeah, Ava Zobel looks like she set that record when she was a junior, too. So a lot of really historic 400 runners on the girls' side throughout here. I know when my time in school, we had Krista DeGidio, who ran a 55, I believe, as a high school girl. Whew. From Dover.
Boys 400, 2 heats. Up first, Tusky Valley, Zach Ben in lane 1, Waylon Peterson, Claymont lane 2, Briar Green, freshman from Claymont lane 3, Ettore Del Curto Brigado of Indian Valley lane 4, Seth Shy of Garraway lane 5, and Jace Barton lane 6 of Dover, and Brody Patterson, a freshman from Newcomerstown in lane 7. Your fast time is Curto Brigado from Indian Valley for this first heat. Record held by Nick Zemus of New Philadelphia, set back in 2015 at a 48.56.
I saw a few kids over the years give that a scare. You saw the older boy for Dover. Barton, the older J.J. Barton gave it a scare. L.J. Lowry gave it a scare. 48's fast.
No kidding. Considering that your best seated time coming in here is about 2.5 seconds off from that pace.
Yeah, Trenton Wright he's also in the top 25 for the 400. He's 20th for Division 4 for Newcomerstown.
Underway for the boys 400 heat number 1, and it looks like out in front, Seth Shy from Garraway. But Brigado giving chase down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. See how much Shy has left in the tank after that initial burst. Behind the band shell they go. What happens when they come out? Nobody knows. It will still be Shy, but here comes Brigado.
Coming on strong. Let's see these two boys finish hard here.
Down the front stretch.
Shy's going to give him a little bit of fight, going to fight him off.
Brigado with the final push, nearly side by side, but it's still Shy out in front, and he will hold on for the win in the opening heat of the boys 400.
Might be under 57 for that. The 400 is such a fun event to watch. If you would take any person that's never watched track before, you take them to a really, really good 400 heat, they'll leave a fan.
I am always amazed, and I don't know how. I mean, I know there's various different schools of thought. You know, you can either kind of save it a little bit in the initial start and then really turn it on at the end, or like similar to what Shy did there, you really get out of the start early and try to get a nice lead. Regardless, one way or another, all I can think of is it's one full lap around as hard as you can, and I always tip my cap to whoever can actually do that.
Oh, it's hard. You get through that first 100, and you start thinking, oh, maybe this isn't as bad as what you thought, and then you get to 100 to go, and you just feel like 10 pounds of catfish jumping on your back.
Logan Roth, the junior from Tusky Valley, lane 1. Bryce Johnson, lane 2 of Garraway. Carter Watson's in lane 3 of New Philadelphia. Trenton Wright, senior from Newcomerstown, lane 4. Dieter Weber, lane 5 of Dover. Braxton Goring, lane 6 of Strasburg. Dominic Kinsel of New Philadelphia, lane 7. And Zane Colvin of Indian Valley, lane 8. Shannon, did you get caught up with social media now?
Oh, I'm all caught up. I got Adam on the right track. And if you need to get on the right track with your children and their dental work, go see Dr. Nathan Springer. He can hook you up with some braces, great orthodontics in this area. He does metal, the gold, the clear. They do the Invisalign. I mean, all kinds of options. You can look them up on Facebook. You can check out their website. But like I said, if you got a child who's going to need braces, Dr. Nathan Springer is your guy.
Happy to have Dr. Springer back with us.
Heat 1 underway here, the fast heat, you could say.
Right, your top-seeded time in lane 4 down the backstretch. Grabbing a hold of the lead, Dieter Weber right behind him from Dover. And you also have Braxton Goring side by side with Weber.
Dieter Weber, another kid that just runs angry.
Yeah, and it's only a sophomore, which we were stunned by on the football field because Dieter Weber's got the height and the build, and we're like, there's no way this kid's a sophomore. Down the front stretch, it is still Wright out in front. Wright with quite the margin on Weber. Also on Watson of New Philadelphia. Record is a 48.56. That's going to be okay and still hold true here in this event. But Wright will come across the line around a 51, 51.5.
Might be a good PR for him. I have confirmation about the County Classic. It looks like, based on my intel, they said 1986.
Oh, 86, okay.
86.
So this would be the 40th anniversary if that's the case.
And I get to be on air with you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here with us. And we're going to go ahead and take a break as they set up the hurdles because the girls' 300-meter and boys' 300-meter hurdles are coming up from the Tuscarawas County Classic live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Looking for a store that truly has it all? The Dundee Marketplace offers a full-service deli counter and farm fresh produce, bulk foods, expanded cooler and freezer sections, and everyday household goods. They've got everything you need under one roof. You'll even find unique handmade crafts. Hungry? Grab a quick bite from their grab-and-go items, order from the full menu, or enjoy the fresh salad and hot bar in their comfortable dining area. See it for yourself at Dundee Marketplace, 6783 State Route 93 in Dundee. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Find them on Facebook to learn more.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return-to-home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
Underway again from the Tuscarawas County Classic. And, hey, we want to thank the Claxon Communications crew and Abby, who's dealing with us and trying to put up with what we've got going on in the girls' 300-meter hurdles. And we're going to start over again because we did have an issue because, hey, on the backstretch to turn number 3, we're missing some hurdles. You don't see that every day.
No, and if you're those girls, you have to be frustrated because that you just burn a lot of energy right there, and I just wonder when they realized it that they weren't out there.
Well, that's what we had gotten started here because we were on commercial break, and Abby was wondering when we were going to start, and I said, "Oh, they're getting set to go. You better start." And then we looked into turn number 3 and went, "Wait a minute."
Remember when we said how nice it is to have middle school help?
Uh-huh.
This is the downfall of having middle school help. Sometimes they just forget some of those spots.
It does happen.
Now, if I'm one of these 300-meter hurdle girls, I am taking my sweet time getting back to those blocks. Oh, looks like Coach Rogers is the only one putting hurdles up right now.
I don't know if it's me, the way I'm sitting, but it looks like this row of hurdles.
I see what you're looking at.
It takes a turn right there. the hurdle all the way on the inside there.
Possibly.
It's twisted. It's twisted. You can see it's gapped sideways there. But there ain't nobody I can yell or tell them about it.
Hey, you know what? We are in the press box here at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. I'm sure I could find a microphone that hooks up to the PA system.
Open the window in front of us, start yelling out it.
Yeah, that's the other simple way of doing it.
See these girls get set here.
So for the girls' 300-meter hurdles, this is Heat 1 of 2. Ellie McGarr of Claymont, Jenna Vallett of Indian Valley, Kennedy Searcy of Claymont, and Maddie Boylan of Strasburg. Record set by Carly Jacobs of Garraway in 2019 at a 44.31. See if we've got any other official updates and times.
For this 300-meter hurdle, not this heat specifically, second heat, we will have 2 girls ranked in the top 25 as well. We have Garland from Newcomerstown. That will be, gotta flip my page. She is 12th for Division 5. And then you have Natalia from Tusky Valley, who will be ranked 21st for Division 4.
We do have another record that has officially fallen here at the Tuscarawas County Classic. And when I say fallen, just fallen. In the girls' 400 meters, freshman Lydia Thomas from Strasburg, a 59.09. So by 0.02 of a second sets a new record, but fantastic finish for Miss Thomas. Not only the win, but also a new record at the County Classic.
And we get 3 more years still. I'll say it again.
400 meters for the boys. Official times, Trenton Wright with a 51.02, which is, I believe, a new personal best for him. Dieter Weber from Dover, a 52.86. Carter Watson, New Philadelphia, 53.14. Braxton Goring from Strasburg, a 54.38. And Bryce Johnson from Garraway, a 55.4. Still awaiting the start of the first heat for the girls' 300-meter hurdles.
Yeah, it looks like we're just double-checking some of these hurdles before we get going.
They don't want to do this 2 times in a row. And, all joking aside, it does happen from time and time again. Get started a little early when they're not quite ready. As we keep saying, check out get subscribed to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel to never miss out on a broadcast. Also going on tonight, some high school softball. Tusky Valley hosting Dover in a really nice out-of-conference clash down the stretch here as we get that much closer to tournament time. Coming up this weekend will be the baseball tournament draws. Softball teams already know where they are going to be playing in their first tournament showdowns. We do have a update for the long jump for the girls. As from Dover, it is Emmy Rodriguez with a 16-foot, 2.75-inch distance. Lydia Thomas from Strasburg with a 16.75. Jillian Haynes, a 11 and a quarter inches in third. Peyton Grafe also in fourth for Dover with a 15-foot, 11-inch jump. As we're underway in heat number 1 for the girls' 300-meter hurdles.
Oh, they're laying the fast heat go.
Yes, they are. And so they gave some time for the other heat to probably catch their breath after these starting blocks, I would imagine. So in this fast heat, your fast time is Solly Garland of Newcomerstown with a 47.89. She's currently out in front, but it's Natalia Wallach from Tusky Valley who's actually out in front pacing Garland right now.
Yeah, she had a tough hurdle there at the top of the front stretch. It looks like she's turning it on again. Attack this hurdle, stay on your feet, and we're good.
Garland passes Wallach. One more hurdle to clear. And stutter steps there, nearly loses her footing. Going to be close at the line, as it looked like it was still Garland, but Wallach was right beside her. And I believe for New Philadelphia, Pika made it close too for third.
Pika might have pulled that one off. It's hard to tell from up here. That's the hard part about the County Classic. We were talking off the air how fast it's going by. That hurts some of these girls or boys that are in several events.
For Garland, too, 300-meter hurdles, an event she does so well in, but It's got to be difficult when you come to that last hurdle and you're realizing on your approach that either your steps are not quite lined up properly or you just don't feel like you got much left in your legs to give.
Did Bridget McCray pull that off?
Well, they have her time at the top. Who they don't have up there yet is Garland's time. They have Wallach's time behind Pika. Now Pika's
Pika
listed at the top. I still don't see Garland's time, though. Is it possible, now correct me if I'm wrong because I might butcher this, is it possible that Garland might have accidentally went into another lane at some point?
She walked off here. They might be reviewing this because that was pretty close to the line there. There's Garland.
And now they will put solely Garland at the top as, boy, we'll get the official times, but that cannot be separated by much.
No, with all three of those girls right at the line there.
As we look around the field right now, boys high jump still ongoing, as well as the pole vault, as you can see on your screen now. Height at the high jump, 5 feet at 5 feet 8 inches. Pole vault 11 feet currently.
We might not have our Philly boys coming in just yet at 5'8". They might be waiting this one out a little bit until it gets a little bit higher. See Adam down there looking for someone.
I think he's looking for Lydia Thomas to get a picture of her, the poster for breaking that county record, trying to keep that stuff updated on the social media pages.
I'm going to fill in for Matt here again, and she's only a freshman.
3 more years.
and just think of the other sports.
No kidding.
Everybody from the state basketball tournament's like, wait, she was a freshman?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean she was a freshman? As the heat that was supposed to be first but is now running second is now underway.
I know Coach Triplett up at Strasburg Volleyball is happy she's a freshman.
I'm very sure they are. So in this heat, it is Ellie McGarr of Claymont, Jenna Vallet of Indian Valley, Kennedy Searcy of Claymont, and Maddie Boylan of Strasburg as they head towards the front stretch, and it looks like it's Boylan.
Couple clean hurdles there.
Or pardon me, it's McGarr. Well, I think they got where they're lined up a little bit different. It's Vallet from Indian Valley who is now out in front. And it's Searcy who's alongside her. And the lane assignments are as they were listed. I just can't read my own writing. So Vallet and Searcy go 1-2. McGarr from Claymont third with Boylan in fourth.
Vallet might have snuck under for a PR there. Now we're raising the hurdles up here. Here's going to be another barn burner with the 300-meter hurdles for the boys. 1 heat, 2 boys ranked in the top 25. Nolan Rosick is... Oh, he's just ranked in the 100. He might be just on the edge of the 300 hurdles, is why I circled his name. And then we have, who would have guessed, Carson Hostetler at the top of the 300 hurdles, number 1 in the state for Division III.
And the current record here for the Tuscarawas County Classic is held by Carson at a 37.74, a mark he already bested this year with a 37.71. We'll see how he stacks up in this event. And as you mentioned with Rosnick, next closest runner at a 46.9. And Shannon, you brought this up before with Hostetler. As good as he is at this event, sometimes needs a little help to push him to kind of keep improving that time.
Well, and let's be honest, look what his best time was in 110 hurdles this year. And then he comes out here and he's got Hughes that fires out just as hard. And after 2 hurdles, the race was pretty well over. But Hostetler, I think Hostetler could hear him because he was kicking down the hurdles. So Hostetler, he kept going and he had an outstanding run. If somebody can fire out right here and push him, he could easily knock this 300-meter
To give you guys some inside information here, with Carson running this, you could have 2 Dover boys that could be pushing him, but Dante Clark and Justice Hughes do not run the 300 hurdles anymore. They focus more on Justice focused on the short hurdles, and Dante focuses more on the long jump along with their relay events. They ran both those last year.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where kids these days, they want to they want to get the state. They want to have their shot at placing the state and standing on that podium. And sometimes when you do too many events, you get kind of distracted. And then you just got to kind of pull it back a little bit and say, this is what I'm concentrating on. And then maybe every once in a while when they show up at the meet, a certain meet, the coach might be like, hey, we need you right here. They might step up and do the event for maybe some team points. But typically, as you go through school, you focus more on one.
It's also really hard being a hurler and a long jumper because they're both technical events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know my nephew, he gave up on the long jump to stick with the hurdles. And he said one of the worst thing was constantly changing shoes and getting out of the sand out of you.
Boys, 300-meter heat underway. It's Hostetler way out in front out of the starting blocks.
He has made up every stagger by hurdle, too.
Not too bad as coming around behind the band show.
He might be trying to give 36 seconds a scare here.
Out of turn number 4 down the front stretch. It is all Hostetler with 3 more hurdles to clear. Now 2. Running in second place for Dover. It looks like it's his Bergozzi from Dover. Hostetler clears the last hurdle, and he will hit the line at around 38. And it looks like Bergozzi is going to be second for Dover, and then for New Philadelphia, it's Rosnick.
Death, taxes, and Carson winning a 300-meter hurdle race.
And also, for as good as Hostetler's been at this event, a reminder, he's only a junior, so he's going to be coming back again next year to be running this.
So one more year.
Exactly. Up next, the girls' 800.
Another fan favorite for myself. We have, in this event, we have 3 girls that are ranked in the top 25. We have Josie Ike, who is ranked, I believe, gotta find her name here, 9th for Division 4. We have Sammy Ward, who's 8th for Division 4, who just jumped there after the Thrilla. And then we have a young lady that, can I be biased here?
Yeah, go for it.
A young lady that I've known since middle school. I helped coach her. I am very excited to see her run every time she's on the track. Elena Price, who is ranked 4th for the 800 for Division 5.
Yeah, and I've watched her run multiple times, and she is a special runner.
She is special. She is fierce. She's smart. She just got valedictorian.
Oh, so she can run and she's smart.
Yeah, well, she's definitely smarter than me because I couldn't even spell the word.
Oh, I was getting ready to say the same thing.
That's too big of a word for me.
What's it start with?
Did you say B? Valedictorian?
Valedictorian.
Is it
There
B?
you go.
We're getting some side eyes over on the other side of the booth here.
That's just normal from Abby. Don't worry about it. Your record set last year, Sydney Stevenson of Dover with a 2:11.56.
Finishing her freshman year up at Ohio State. I believe she's redshirting this year.
Well, if you want your neighbors to give you some side eyes, you might want to call Jeff Wallach LLC, see about getting you some new siding up.
Every time.
Maybe some new seamless spouting. They do all kinds of work, windows, doors. They've been doing work in this area for almost 30 years now. Great people out at Jeff Wallach LLC, and you can check out their website. Check them out on social media. They can make your house beautiful.
As we're getting set to start off the girls' 800, your official times for the girls' 300-meter hurdles. It is Solly Garland of Newcomerstown who will be your champion. Amia Pika of New Philadelphia, 48.6, so almost nothing in that race. Natalia Wallach, the 48.76. Bridget McCrate of Dover with a 49.79, and Anna Klassner of 51.07, also of Dover.
Laying out hard here. Got to get to the stagger first is her plan, it looks like.
On the innermost lane is Price, closest to you to the infield. Looks like tucking in behind her, I believe that's Ike of Tusky Valley.
That would be Ike from Tusky Valley, and Sammy Ward may be laying back
somewhere in the pack. They both have the blonde ponytail, so it's hard to tell from that far away.
Sammy Ward may not be running. I don't see her out there.
You might be right.
Yep, nope, she will not be out there.
So you have Price up front and Ike in second. 800 meters, 2 laps around, as we'll see what their pace is after that first lap.
66 here.
In the boys' 300-meter hurdles, it is Hostetler with a 38.02 for the win. Carson Bagazi with a 41.06. Owen Rosnick, 41.89. T.C. Cannon with a 43.04. And Maverick Miller with a 44.67 of Dover.
That'd be a PR for Maverick Miller as well.
Nobody say the 6'7" thing.
I didn't. I let it go.
You know they sell 6-7 nuggets now?
Yes, I do. You know how I know that?
You bought them.
My wife bought them for our nephew.
Playing out well here.
I didn't know your name was Nephew.
Turn number 3. Price out in front. Ike real close behind, though. Still within striking distance.
Mulaney's about to turn this on here. I see Brother Price down there.
I was going to say Ike was within striking distance, then out from behind the band shell. Price has stretched it out.
Those TCC athletes love that band shell. Elena Price, Jackson Triplett. Here we go. Hold on here.
Record set by Stevenson is safe, but for Price, it looks like she is going to definitely set a new best mark for herself by about 2 seconds.
About 2:17 for her on the year, which is good. She's definitely improved as a runner this year. She's dabbled in the mile. She's dabbled in the 2 mile. She's ranked 12th in Division 5 for the mile and 14th. It should be 14th for the 32.
Bethany Hutchison of Dover will place 3rd. And I believe it's Mia Boylan for Strasburg who will come home 4th. So the boys 800. Record set by Preston Rieger of New Philadelphia with a 1:53.65. Only one runner in this event who is under 2 minutes. It's Cade Conrad from Tusky Valley.
Cade is ranked also in the top 25 for that 800. He is 5th for the 800, and he didn't run the 4 tonight, but he's also 8th in the 400.
And Shannon, I don't remember which event it was as a part of the, I think it was the Bell Legacy Invitational. It was a relay. Was it the 400? Was it the?
No, it was down at the Milburn.
That's right, for the 4x4.
Yeah.
And Conrad came out of absolutely nowhere on that final lap. I don't know what kind of gap he closed, but it was incredible.
Yeah, he can dig deep when he needs to, and he's got that special headwear. He likes to blow in the wind.
Oh, that bandana.
Yeah. And
kind of like the flow. He just doesn't want to grow the hair. He just wants the rent. He just wants to use the bandana.
There you go. So it will be Cade Conrad of Tusky Valley, Kyle Bieber of New Philly, Deacon Wise of Dover, Carter Travis of Garraway, Tyler Shush of Dover, Connor Kreinbill of New Philly, Micah Ripple, Tusky Valley, Stephen Simpson, TCC, Colin Varag of TCC, Hudson McKenzie, Strasburg, Dominic Jolliffe of Claymont, Daniel McPherson of Strasburg, and Diesel Kinsey of Claymont.
Let's see what Cade can turn in today.
Diesel's, that's a name right there you could just run forever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Diesel's a 800-meter runner, but a name that's fitting for a fullback.
Yeah. The Diesel package. Is that Garraway that runs the Diesel package? Got to thank MPS Manufacturing for coming on board. They do a lot of rubber manufacturing stuff, and they're out here supporting the athletes tonight on Big Z Sports, and we thank MPS Manufacturing.
Getting the clock reset here. Still up at 3:14 there. Want it to be at zeros before they start this. Here comes one of the Edelman brothers coming back in, getting ready for it. Looks like Alec getting ready for that 2 mile.
Still to come before we get to the 2 mile, the 200 meters. 2 heats for the girls, 3 heats for the boys.
2 girls ranked in the top 25 for that. Ashton from Tusky Valley. And do you want to say the newcomer's town name? Because I don't know if we've talked about her tonight yet.
Oh, which one? Is it Samantha Cooter or Cameron Cooter?
It is Cameron. Yeah. Cameron is ranked in the top 25. I think you could have just said
Could've
whichever
guessed,
one
yeah.
you wanted.
I mean, they're only separated by, they're separated by like 1/10 of a second. So you get the point.
Whoever the fastest gets the bigger room at the house, right?
I'm going to let them figure that out.
I believe both of them had a good indoor track season. I think they both stood on the podium at the indoor track meet, but I might be wrong there.
Yeah, a few athletes here ran and stood on the podium at the indoor track meet. The Philly boys won the state meet indoors, I believe. A couple of state champions with Wyatt and Alec and Marcus. You had Kylie McKenzie, who was on in the 800, just got started here. You had Kylie McKenzie, who stood on the podium. Just like I've said all night, just absolute stellar athletes here.
Down the backstretch in the boys 800, and out in front it is Cade Conrad of Tusky Valley. Conrad came in here at a 157.83.
Yeah, Rieger from New Philadelphia holds the record at 153.65, so Cade's got a little bit of work to do if he wants to get down there and challenge it.
He's out hard here. See where he comes through this 300 mark in about 42. Cutting that stagger in. Philly boy right behind him.
And right behind him it is Kyle Bieber. And behind him, I believe, is Connor Kreinbill.
56 first lap here.
Heck of a pace there set by Conrad, because to your point, Matt, as you had mentioned, your goal is to, 2 seconds, you said. You want to only drop by about 2 seconds into the second lap?
Yeah, you only want about 2 seconds for the most efficient way. And obviously, you would love for it to be an even split or even faster the second lap. But with how the 800s ran, that's just not feasible most of the time. But looks like he's out. I saw Coach DeBose running across here. So he's about 126 with 200 to go. So if he can run anywhere under 30, he'll be pretty happy, I imagine.
Conrad disappears behind the band shell. Nope, there he is.
He is coming on strong. All that work he did in that 400 has been helping all year, it looks like.
Finding an extra gear down the front stretch at 1:45 right now. Conrad finding that extra gear, final 50. Record for Rieger's going to stay safe, but for Conrad, he'll pick up the win, and it looks like he's got a new personal best in the 8.
Nice personal best, maybe just under 156.
In second is Bieber of New Philadelphia. And for Tusky Valley, I believe that's Micah Ripple, who just came across, and that would be certainly a new best time for him as well.
Yeah, nice battle there.
Girls 200 meters upcoming. And speaking of the girls, in the 800 meter, your official times, Elena Price with a 2:17.65. Josie Ike with a 2:22.12. And Bethany Hutchinson of Dover, a 2:32.81.
Just seen a new Philly boys high jumper clear 6'2".
And the pole vault is up to 12.5 feet now.
Yeah, and I seen Beckett Swaldo from Indian Valley clear it, and he cleared it with a lot to spare.
Beckett Swaldo is also ranked in the top 25. He is 16th in pole vault for Division 3.
Girls 200 coming up.
Looks like they have them lined up waiting for... Oh, they have the block set. They have the next heat lined up before.
I always wonder about the strategy for the 200, because it's just one really big, long bend out of the start, and then you get to kind of hit that extra gear down the straightaway.
Yeah, with the 200, it's another one of those sprinting events that just slow down the least. Get out hard, slow down the least. You run that bend hard, and some people run that last straightaway hard. It takes them a little bit to get going. We all know there's a man who lives in Jamaica who would run that last straightaway very, 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 very well. So
well enough that the final 20 he could basically turn and look at the crowd.
Turn and look at us.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to do that tonight, but hey, you never know. In the first heat, Elna Torres of TCC in lane 1, Lydia Miller of Tusky Valley lane 2, Lexi Rager of New Philadelphia lane 3, Kate Farthing of Strasburg lane 4, it's Lily Yoder in lane 5 of Garaway, lane 6 is Grace Carlisle from New Philadelphia, lane 7 from Strasburg is Sujali Ahanel Hunak, and in lane 8 of TCC is Sybil Cronenball.
I see some of the athletes from the Tuscarawas County Rockets are still standing around down there watching some of their friends that they've got to meet over the years at the high school. If you're looking to support the Tuscarawas County Rockets, they're always looking for sponsors. You can volunteer time, just reach out to them, check them out on social media, attend some of their sporting events. They'll be sending some athletes to the regionals down in Columbus here in a week or two. So Tuscarawas County Rockets it's a great organization in this area.
And really fun, too, to see the Rockets here and, after that recognition at the start, also sticking around to watch all these athletes and cheer them on at the line.
Yeah, and like I said, I always tell high school kids, remember, you might only be high school kids, but you're some people's heroes. You see all the little kids, you see the Tuscarawas County kids or the Rocket kids, they all look up to you. So, take your time to say hi to them.
Just about set for the opening girls 200 meter, and we are underway. Out of the starting blocks, it looked like in the middle it was Yoder from Garraway who seemed to get the best jump. But instead, down the middle, it's Farthing from Strasburg. Farthing in lane 4 out in front with a little bit of a gap there on Yoder. Yoder reeling her back in, though, on the final 50. Going to be close at the line. And Yoder on the lean. I think it was still Farthing who maybe got her by about an inch or two.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see who came up with that one.
In the fast heat for the girls 200, Brianna Patterson of Dover, lane 1. Claymont freshman Whitney Wallace, lane 2. Samantha Cooter, lane 3 of Newcomerstown. Savannah Ashton of Tusky Valley, lane 4. Cameron Cooter, lane 5 of Newcomerstown. Kenley Oswald in lane 6 of Dover is a freshman, and actually the next two are freshmen as well, as Garraway's Alexa Jones in lane 7 and Promise Orr in lane 8 of Claymont. Four freshmen in this.
6 girls underclassmen there.
Yeah, and 4 of them are freshmen in this fast heat for the 200.
That's always exciting to see. You see the freshmen being in the fast heat, earning their way to the fast heat.
Record is held from back in 2006 by Kayla Caldwell of Indian Valley with a 25.64. Official times for the not quite up there yet. Going to get you the boys 800 times here shortly.
Oh, it looks like they jumped up. The boys' high jump to 6'8". One of these Philly boys must have decided they're going for the record. Actually, it looks like both of them are going for it.
6 feet 8 inches. Ooh. Not quite on that first attempt.
Not quite enough hip height there. Mitchell Miller looks like he's going to give it a go, too.
So now what you're saying is they're just having fun at this point.
They sure are. Being training partners and going after the same record's pretty fun. Mitchell Miller, even though they're only separated by an inch, he's ranked 5th for Division II, and Jackson Rice is ranked 11th. An inch separates 6 places.
And Miller hyping up the crowd, and even his teammate is giving him some claps in preparation. Ooh. Almost, but I think just clipped with the calves there on the way over.
I think it looks like his leg just didn't swing it. He didn't swing his legs up fast. Plenty of hip height. Looks like he might have had. Oh, he had a friend videotape so you can see what he did here. That's always so nice to have a coach or someone videotape what you do jump wise, pole vault wise.
If you had to look from here down there at him and want to just jump, how tall do you think he is? Because I'm pretty sure Joey Farthing had him by a few inches.
Yeah, I think Mitch Miller is no more than 6'2", 6'3", maybe at the most. I don't think he's very tall. He's just very slender, so he looks taller than what he is. Like Jackson's going, 200 girls right underway here. This will be a barn burner.
Your fast runner is Savannah Ashton of Tusky Valley in the middle lanes. And out of the turn it is Ashton, but she is being pressured on the outside by Cameron Cooter. And it's Samantha Cooter as well. But Ashton out in front by about 5.
Here comes Dover girl to the outside.
Kenley Oswald with a push there at the end. Ashton in first. Samantha Cooter second. We'll find out for third.
Jackson Rice got over 6'8". Mitchell Miller is going to give it a go now.
6 feet 8 inches on. There's your attempt, and just clips again.
So that will tie the record by Farthing.
He might not put it up much higher than that since he looked like he had pretty good hip clearance there. It looked like that's a 2-inch PR for him. So it just kind of depends what they do here. Pole vault height going up here.
Trying to see. I can't read what the sign said down there for Ashton's official time.
20.
Well, no, that's Cameron Cooter's time. Oh, there it is. Does that say a 25?
Well, the record's 25.64.
Uh-huh, that's what I'm wondering. We'll get that official time here shortly. We are still awaiting the boys' 800 official times.
I had a text roll in here with Cade Conrad running that 800 that his mom was a state champion in the 800. So.
Oh, well, it's in his blood then.
Sure is. He's been bred to be a runner his entire life.
Boys 200 meters. And first heat, 3 participants. Logan Burrier running this for the first time this year for Indian Valley. Lucas Kelly of TCC and Rylan Rogers also of TCC in this heat.
Had both of those young men in class as well over at TCC. Excited to see them out here.
Underway, and it looks like Burrier getting the jump out of the blocks. 2 more heats to go after this one. Burrier down the home stretch out in front. As we said, we don't have a time for him to log on this one since this is his first time running it this year. I'd say a pretty good starting pace as he'll hit the line at about 24.8 or so. And looks like for both Kelly and Rogers, they're neck and neck as they hit the line.
Trying to get the bragging rights at school tomorrow.
Did they take the high jump to 6'10"?
They did.
Yep. He had plenty of hip clearance, so I'm not surprised, so we'll see him.
Still getting the crowd hyped up.
Yeah, it's a very common thing for jumpers to get the whole clap hype going. You see it at... Let's see him get over this.
Ooh.
That was he was not close there.
Did not get his hip height up like you were talking about
No,
before.
he needed a little bit more. I think he just slowed up right before that loading step. He's checking it out on his phone right now.
Boys' second heat in the 200. It's Jimmo Lee of Tusky Valley, Braden Miller of Tusky Valley, Matt Fry, Garaway, Seth Shy of Garaway, Braxton Goring, Strasburg, Asher Mumba, Strasburg, and Jaden Anderson of Claymont. If you're Jaden in this second heat, you're saying, well, where's my teammate at? Everybody else has one out there in this second heat.
Right next to each other, too.
Yeah.
I wonder if he went straight to 6'10", because that would be a school record, too.
Could be.
We should have Adam check the board down there.
You know, I was just down there earlier and was taking a look at that, and I cannot remember. There's a lot of numbers to try to remember from that. Out of the starting blocks, heat number 2 of the boys 200. And from behind the band shell, out in front for Garaway, it's Seth Shy. Shy getting some pressure on the inside from Fry, his teammate, but now taking the lead is Braden Miller on the inner lane. Miller, the junior from the Trojans, in the final 100-meter dash, steals the win in the 200. And in heat number 3, Colston Fox from New Philadelphia, Dante Clark of Dover, Trenton Wright of Newcomerstown, Reese St. Clair of Indian Valley, Caleb Carlisle, New Philadelphia, Braylon Little, Dover, Lucas Justice of Newcomerstown, and Dorian Harris from Claymont. Top-seeded runner is Reese St. Clair at a 22.14, which would push the previous record held by Carlisle set last year at a 22.10. So keep that in mind, although Carlisle is the second-seeded runner in this with a 22.57 this year. He ran a 22.10 last year.
It looks like Reese is ranked 11th for Division III. And I believe when I checked about 2 weeks ago, Carlisle was somewhere towards the top, just not right now with all these bigger meets starting to come underway and weather's starting to get better.
We do have some results for the shot put for the girls now, as your winner from Dover is Maddie Minnis, the freshman, with a 35 feet 2-inch throw. Jaden Sproul with a 35-foot throw of Claymont, and Addison Weekoff of Dover with a 33 feet 4-inch throw. So great job by Minnis. And especially as a freshman being able to do that.
Do you want to say it?
Go for it.
3 more years. That's the best part about track and field. You can have freshmen that do this, and you just get excited to watch their progression and hope for that progression as well.
And when it all comes together, I know how rewarding that can be for all parties.
The fans, the families, the athlete.
Getting ready for the fast heat.
Pole vaults at 13 feet. Looks like a young man from Philly just ran through, or Tusky Valley.
And we only have 4 athletes out there, although we had 8 listed on the start, so bear with us if I butcher these names. Coming out of turn number 3 down the front stretch and out in front for New Philadelphia, it's Caleb Carlisle. Carlisle way out in front, now getting a little pressure on the inside from Little, but it looks like it's going to be Carlisle all the way. Trenton Wright with a final push there to make it close for second, but Carlisle, heck of a time there.
Might be pretty close to his previous time from last year.
Yeah, and it looked like he pulled up just maybe a few feet early.
Interesting, only having those 4 athletes running there for that 200.
They might be saving, with it not being a scored meet, the Indian Valley boys and whoever else may have pulled out of there might be thinking ahead of time. Looked like Dante Clark was not out there. Reese St. Clair wasn't out there.
Lucas Justice from
Lucas was not
Newcomerstown.
out there. They might be saving for something, because when you look at this 4x4, St. Clair is not on it. We'll see how any more events if they run. So high jumps wrapped up with Jackson Rice winning that one. Looks like he did not get 6'10".
I was going to say, I believe he did clear at 6'8", was his final mark there that he was able to clear. 13 feet in the pole vault.
Looks like we have a few jumpers down there still.
For the pole vault. Making that next attempt, I believe.
Got
and clearing it, I think, for Newcomerstown. I am not, well, nope. That's definitely a Newcomerstown athlete, but we did not have anybody listed from Newcomerstown on the list. Which is interesting.
It might have been a late entry.
Yeah. Well, whoever it is just cleared 13 feet, so I say they're doing all right.
David Adams with that meet record at 16.4.
Yeah, I was here the night he broke at. I'm friends with the family, and that it went on forever. This place was just about empty, and everybody left the stands to come down to stand on the far side of the track over there to watch him break that record. And it was something special to watch. I think it was probably about 9:30 that night when it got broke.
I believe over on the shot put and discus, I believe we've gone cold over there. Not entirely sure, though, and I would say yes.
Girls 2 mile getting ready to go underway here. Kylie McKenzie being the top seed in this one. She, for this specific event, she is 17th in the state. I believe this is the event that she got All-Ohio in indoor as well, with an 8th place finish.
The war of attrition. The girls 2 mile. Kylie McKenzie, Trista Leisure, Kylie Smith, Blair Hershey, Grace McPherson, Ruby Byers, Addie Hinman, Adley Klaber, Liliana Lopez, and Jenna Ramser.
Kylie just trying to get to the stagger here.
I think this is the event, Shannon, that if we were to do, we could start it at the beginning of the meet, and I don't know if we'd be finished by the time they wrap the meet up.
Yeah, I'd have to drive it if you wanted to get out of here.
Like I said before, I decided to cap things after running 2 5Ks and said, you know what, I think that's good. I think I've done enough running.
Trista right to the front there. Very common for Trista to front run these things, these 2 miles. She likes to go to the front. She likes to push because some athletes don't have the same finishing speed that others do, Trista being one of those. So she has to do things the hard way and get this thing moving along.
Catherine Lehman of Dover back in 2014 in 11:11.84.
That was a teammate that I had. She is 2 years younger than me. She went on to run, I believe, about 10:51 at the state meet.
Poof. Really moving. And speaking of moving, out in front, Trista Leisure, Kylie McKenzie, and behind her, Kylie Smith. So
out pretty fast for that first lap. They're running about 5:16 mile pace, which if they hold on to, they will be towards the top of the entire state.
Well, if I would attempt to run in this, I'd have to go down and visit my friends at Riverside Manor, located in Cumberstown, just off of State Route 36. They offer post-hospital transitional care, comprehensive rehabilitation for inpatient or outpatient care, extended care, and memory care. For more information about Riverside Manor, you can call them at 740-498-5165 or look them up on the World Wide Web.
As the runners come down the backstretch heading towards turn number 3, we'll get the second lap completed here, and we'll go ahead and pay a few more of those bills before we come back for the conclusion of that girls' 2 miles. Still out in front, Leisure of Tusky Valley setting the pace, but Mackenzie of Strasburg right behind her. As again, we thank Matt for helping us out today, and I know he's intrigued by this race too.
Yeah, he's the young lady from Strasburg there that he helps coach a little bit. He, as soon as they fired off, he made sure he got down the steps. He's trying to get down there close to give her some encouragement.
Leisure out in front, and now slotting into second is Smith of New Philadelphia, and Mackenzie in third of Strasburg. That threesome way out in front of the rest of the pack. We'll be back for more of the Tuscarawas County Classic with Big Z Sports right after this.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
Stepping Stone Crafts and More, located on Macaulay Drive in Uricksville, has everything you need to decorate your home or office for any season throughout the year. Stepping Stone is filled wall to wall with handmade crafts, candles, and more. Plus, when the weather gets better, Stepping Stone expands their selection with a variety of outdoor decor. To see all they offer, stop by 1745 Water Street in Uricksville or find Stepping Stone Crafts and More on Facebook. Sun's out? That means it's time for Softies. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or just chasing something sweet, Softies has you covered. With daily food specials and open 7 days a week until 9, it's your all-week stop for warm weather favorites. And let's be honest, no day is complete without ice cream. Cones, shakes, sundaes, tornadoes, however you like it, Softies has it ready. After the game, after dinner, or just because, it's always a good time for Softies. Find them on Facebook and start planning your next treat.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Think Newtown Mall is just for shopping? Think again. With a great mix of local favorites and national brands, it's the perfect place to find what you need and discover something new. Whether you're checking out the latest trends, grabbing a bite to eat, or just enjoying the atmosphere, it's a great time anytime. Make a day of it, bring a friend, and experience the mall like never before. Stay in the loop. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and visit newtownmall.com to see what's happening.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Dr. Nathan Springer, T-County's #1 orthodontic specialist, is accepting new patients and is now proudly offering complimentary consultations. Dr. Springer's dedicated team of dental professionals is committed to creating beautiful, confident smiles from a wide variety of treatment options, from traditional applications to the latest innovative orthodontic advancements, including Invisalign. Join Dr. Nathan Springer's Winning Smile team today. 107 Ray Avenue in New Philadelphia, conveniently located just 2 blocks from New Philadelphia High School.
This is Nathan Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Contact us today for all your auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance needs. We're proud to have been your local hometown agents for over 35 years and look forward to helping you see the difference local agents can make for you. Kemp Insurance on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
This is Don Kemp with Kemp Insurance. Whether it's repair work from a fender bender, the after effects of a powerful storm, or a life-changing moment like a house fire, Kemp Insurance is here to provide unmatched customer service. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years.
MPS Manufacturing is passionate about creating jobs, supporting families, and building our community. As a proven partner for cost-effective, American-made rubber molding projects, MPS combines expert knowledge with the precision of advanced technology, delivering top-quality products and efficient processes every time. MPS Manufacturing, proud supporters of Dover Athletics and the student-athletes who make our community proud.
Looking for a store that truly has it all? The Dundee Marketplace offers a full-service deli counter and farm fresh produce, bulk foods, expanded cooler and freezer sections, and everyday household goods. They've got everything you need under one roof. You'll even find unique handmade crafts. Hungry? Grab a quick bite from their grab-and-go items, order from the full menu, or enjoy the fresh salad and hot bar in their comfortable dining area. See it for yourself at Dundee Marketplace, 6783 State Route 93 in Dundee. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Find them on Facebook to learn more.
Sun's out? That means it's time for Softies. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or just chasing something sweet, Softies has you covered. With daily food specials and open 7 days a week until 9, it's your all-week stop for warm weather favorites. And let's be honest, no day is complete without ice cream. Cones, shakes, sundaes, tornadoes, however you like it, Softies has it ready. After the game, after dinner, or just because, it's always a good time for Softies. Find them on Facebook and start planning your next treat.
The Tuscarawas County Rockets stay active year-round, competing in events and bringing the community together, and they couldn't do it without dedicated volunteers. There are 2 exciting events coming up this month. On May 14th, join the Rockets at Tuscarawas Park for a fun bocce tournament. Then on May 16th, head to Strasburg's Ron Hurst Field for a track and field event. Interested in getting involved? Volunteers are always needed. Call 330-243-6562 to learn more or sign up. And don't forget, stay up to date with everything the Rockets are doing by following them on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Tuscarawas County Classic.
Yeah, if you thought we were going a little long, it's kind of ran over to Softies and got some ice cream cones real quick. And
we were told that there were specials going on right now.
I was told to go over there and get me an ice cream cone.
And a grilled cheese, apparently.
And maybe
or not a coney. I'm sorry, it was coney that you said earlier.
Got to get a coney. Hey, I think they do cream of chicken over there.
I
too.
think they do.
They do all kinds of stuff over there. Go visit our friends over in Dover at Softies, right on Wooster Avenue.
Wooster. Out in front, it is still Trista Leisure of Tusky Valley, who has been setting a torrid pace right now. Catching up with her, though, is Kylie Smith of New Philadelphia. And waiting back there in third place, kind of just waiting in the wings, is the senior Kylie McKenzie of Strasburg. So that front order has not changed. These ladies are putting in one heck of a pace. As you see Leisure hitting the line, and that is the bell lap. Now, coming into this, Leisure's 2-mile time was 12:06.7. If she could keep this pace going, she might actually push further. She might get sub-12 coming up.
Yeah, the record's going to continue to stand. It was set in 2014 by Catherine Lom of Dover at 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I think that record is pretty safe. But like you said, Leisler, she got a chance right here to really set a new PR. Looks like somebody's making a push right there.
And making that push is Smith from New Philadelphia. Leisher's in front into turn 3 down the backstretch, but here comes Smith. They're going to disappear behind the band shell, and this could be really interesting on the outside of that.
And as soon as Smith went by the one girl, she kind of picked her pace up, so you're kind of wondering if they were playing a little bit of possum back there.
And here she comes down the front stretch, Smith with the push. Kylie Smith takes the lead and finds the extra burst of energy. Kylie Smith came in here seated at a 12:34.27. She is going to obliterate that time as she'll cross the line around 11:46.
Yeah, she did a good job. She just kind of laid back her, kept putting pressure on her. She made her know she was there the whole time, and she made her run her pace, and she did an outstanding job closing.
So it will be Smith of New Philly in first, Trista Leisure of Tusky Valley second, and Kylie McKenzie of Strasburg third. What a final push from Smith. Coming up will be the boys' 2 mile as we await the finish of the girls' 2 mile. Wyatt Lendon holds the record for the boys, set back in 2024 out of New Philadelphia with a 9:28.68. Alec Edelman of New Philadelphia has a 9:24 this year. Chase Daniel of Dover with a 9:54.64, your 2 top-seeded runners. So for Kylie Smith, one incredible chase down there for the final front stretch and had an extra gear, and we'll see just how much she improved on her personal best time. I give you props for running up the stairs like that and not being completely out of breath.
Matt, he got a new personal time on the steps right there.
Yeah, I'm setting time myself here. Kylie Smith, a heck of a race down there. Let Trista do the work and just ran her down. Kylie is more of a miler, so she's more of a middle distance runner there, so got her.
With 12:34 coming in here, we'll see what her official time. It looked like she hit the line at about 11:46. We do finally have the official results for the boys 800. Cade Conrad from Tusky Valley does set a new personal best for himself with a 1:56.39. Kyle Bieber with a 2:04.11 from New Philly. And Micah Ripple of Tusky Valley with a 2:05.76. Your top 3 finishers.
Yeah, and looking at the boys' 2 mile, I'm assuming you guys talked about it while I was doing my wind sprints there. We have Alec Edelman, who is ranked 5th for this 2 mile. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was an All-Ohioan / state runner-up or champion for the indoor season from the mile or the 2 mile. He'll have Chase Daniel right behind him, which Chase doesn't run very many 2 miles. That 9:54 was what he ran last weekend.
Oh.
So he ran that on Saturday. Yes. So it's fresh in his brain. I think he will give Alec as much as he can handle for as long as Chase can handle. So it should shape up to be a good race. I know the seed times don't say that's the case, but Chase will go after him. Chase will run tough. Nolan Pataka from Indian Valley will do the same thing. Kevin Smith will do the same thing. Those 4 boys are all, hopefully, all go under 10, especially for Kevin and Nolan being their first time to do that.
It'll be something to see how Pataka adjusts to this, because like we said, he's only ran 2 of the 32s so far, and now with the competition that's in front of him, like we seen him, he won the 2 races we watched him at the Bell Legacy and at the Thrilla. He won it going away. You know, he distanced himself, he closed strong, but there wasn't nowhere to push him. Now he's kind of got that rabbit out there in front of him that he's probably going to have to chase, and it'll be interesting to see how he adjusts to that pressure.
That's the beauty of distance running. You will run your best when there's someone better than you in the race. Nolan Pataka at that Thrilla, he negative split those miles. I think he ran 13 seconds, I believe, faster his second mile than his first. Talking to him, talking to his dad on my way up, and then talking to Ivor Wentworth, the goal was to sit back behind at Thrilla and move on. It's just the pace didn't go as fast as they wanted. I think they had a third lap that just kind of died out there. So he'll have some good competition here. He'll get to go give his shot to break that 10-minute barrier, which every high school 2-miler wants to do. So
in the girls' discus, we have the final results as Maricel Alcantara of New Philadelphia with 116 feet 4 inches. Maddie Minnis of Dover second with 112 feet 5 inches. Jaden Sproul of Claymont with 107 feet 10 inches for your top three. Boys shot put results. It is Jake McDermott of Tusky Valley with 50 feet 10 inches to take home the win. Gage Moore of Strasburg, 48 feet and 1.5 inch. Carter Neff from Indian Valley, 45 feet 7 inches. For third, Camden McCall of Dover, 45 feet 2 inches. And Braxton Speed of Garraway, 44 feet 8 inches from Garraway. So the record for the boys shot put still stands with Josh Anderson of Indian Valley with 55 feet 2 3/4 inches.
And I know that was before 2000.
1998.
Yeah, I knew that.
You often wonder when these shot putters throw these 16-pound, 12-pound shot puts that far. You think about what can you throw that far? That weighs way less.
I can promise you I can't throw something that's that heavy that far.
We have a very common discussion amongst my friends when we're on those 7 to 10 mile runs. We think about how far a professional shot putter could throw a human. Throw one of us.
That's a very good point.
So I was watching some professional athletes not too long ago talk about, they lift these weights all the time. They do all these things, and they'll tell you how hard it is for them to hold their 12-pound kid on their side, and their wife, who is, not even half of their size, can walk around holding the baby all day long. But when they get to hold the baby, their arms get tired. It's just how you train.
The difference between your performance strength and your functional strength, I guess. But whenever you focus so much on that one thing that you do, it's amazing how that you can become so proficient in that one thing. We talk a lot about how many miles that these runners put in. How about the field athletes? How much time is spent just working on that form, all about that release point, about your angles, everything. Just everything goes through a fine-tooth comb.
Oh, on the technique, on getting strong, making sure you're flexible enough. That's what I think a lot of people that watch throwers don't understand is there's so much technique, there's footwork involved. It isn't just, I'm big, strong man, let's see how far I can throw this. There's a lot of technique with it. Now, with shot put, if you are just a mammoth of a human,
that can help.
That helps. But with discus is all technique. I had a cousin out at Garraway who was an All-Ohio in discus, and he was 6'4" and maybe $170.
So he got all that extra, whip from the extra length.
Yeah, just loading it up and throwing it.
So coming up on to wrap up lap number 2. Out in front, it is Alec Edelman of New Philadelphia. Right behind him, Chase Daniel of Dover. Then it is Edelman's teammate in Kevin Smith, followed by Nolan Pataka of Indian Valley. So your top 4 pretty much where you'd expect him to be. Wrapping up lap number 2, and we'll go ahead and take another brief timeout. When we return, the end of the boys' 2-mile, then the 4x4s are on the way. More to come from the Tuscarawas County Classic right after this.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Looking for a store that truly has it all? The Dundee Marketplace offers a full-service deli counter and farm fresh produce, bulk foods, expanded cooler and freezer sections, and everyday household goods. They've got everything you need under one roof. You'll even find unique handmade crafts. Hungry? Grab a quick bite from their grab-and-go items, order from the full menu, or enjoy the fresh salad and hot bar in their comfortable dining area. See it for yourself at Dundee Marketplace, 6783 State Route 93 in Dundee. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Find them on Facebook to learn more.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Sun's out? That means it's time for Softies. Whether you're grabbing lunch, dinner, or just chasing something sweet, Softies has you covered. With daily food specials and open 7 days a week until 9, it's your all-week stop for warm weather favorites. And let's be honest, no day is complete without ice cream. Cones, shakes, sundaes, tornadoes, however you like it, Softies has it ready. After the game, after dinner, or just because, it's always a good time for Softies. Find them on Facebook and start planning your next treat.
Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return-to-home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
At Newtown Mall, it's a great time anytime. Sure, we've got shopping, lots of it, but did you know we're also your local entertainment hub? From exciting events to fun-filled childcare services and a versatile event space, there's always something happening. Stay in the loop, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or visit newtownmall.com. Newtown Mall, your destination for shopping, events, and more.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Back here to the Tuscarawas County Classic, and coming out of turn number 4 down the front stretch, Alec Edelman out in front for New Philadelphia. And Matt, you were saying one heck of a pace that Alec's got going on right now.
Yeah, he's running really well. It looks like he is shooting for that meet record here. I can't quite tell by his body language how good he's feeling from all the way up here, but we have about 2 laps to go. So he'll need to run about 2:20 or faster. You have Chase Daniel right behind him, who's running well under PR pace. You have Kevin Smith and Nolan Bataka right behind them, also running about PR pace. It just depends how they hit this line. They'll have about 800 to go. At this point in the 2 mile, it starts to hurt. You have 2 laps to go, which seems like a short time after you've ran 6, but it's not. You go, this feels like I'm about to start a whole new 2 mile.
As an update for your men's 200, your official times, Caleb Carlisle, a 2:22.22. So he'll get the win. Braylon Little from Dover, second with a 22.89, and Trenton Wright from Newcomerstown with a 23.12 as your top 3 placers for the boys 200.
Yeah, you like to see this 2 mile. You see Chase just about a whole turn, about a straightaway behind Alec. You'd like to see him keep his eyes up and move up as much as he can, where you really have a good race. I know we focus a lot on the front with Alec, and then we have Chase right behind, but we have Kevin Smith and Nolan Pataka really duking it out to get their first sub-10s underway here. They'll need to hit about this bell lap around 8:45 or under to give it a chance. It's going to be awfully close, but I imagine they both will be kicking hard to try and get, especially when they know where they're at. If I know Doug Smith, coach of New Philly, he's going to let his son know that he is right there.
Yeah, Smith and Pataka there at the line, nearly shoulder and shoulder. All the way halfway down the backstretch is Edelman. His best time, a 9:24. Record is a 9:28.68. So he's got about 30 seconds to do it here as he hits turn number 3.
Yeah, he's digging a little deep here. He's turning it over now. I saw his bob his head just a little bit, but he's going to give this record a scare if he can. He is at about 9:10 at the top of the straightaway. You have Chase Daniel with 200 left, about 9:12.
Yeah, the record's gonna fall, I believe.
Yeah, record's down.
Certainly looks like it as Edelman hits the line about a 9:26.
You have Chase finishing strong here.
Chase Daniel, his time of a 9:54.64 coming in here.
And here's the race. We have Kevin Smith and Nolan Pataka. Nolan's hitting the front straightaway. Kevin Smith is holding on.
Pataka now putting a little bit of distance on Smith.
The Pataka family's on their feet.
Pataka came in with a 10:04.01.
Let's go, Nolan.
And Matt, like you said, a sub-10 for him and a sub-10 for Kevin Smith. So your top 4 runners all go under 10 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice run for Kevin. Really nice run for Nolan, especially after he tried so hard to get it done at the Thriller on Friday.
Yeah, Nolan's an outstanding kid, and to see all the work, paying off here, that's a big accomplishment for him. And his distance coach, Dr. Ira Wentworth, and then the Pataka family down there just celebrating it.
And gentlemen, after your 2 mile is done, go find the ice bath.
The pond's right over there. It's pretty cold outside.
It would probably work.
If watching these guys run made your feet hurt, swing by Newtown Mall. There's plenty of stores down there that get you in the right shoes, help you out a little bit, get you some new summer clothes, and if you're into wearing those slides, you can get some down there too. But if you're an athlete, I'd watch wearing those slides. You get an ankle injury in those, but go down to Newtown Mall. There's all kinds of stuff you can do down there. They have the new party center in there. You can rent for birthday parties, and a couple restaurants where you can have some lunch and pick up some last-second Mother's Day gifts.
If you're going to wear those slides, wear them after the event is over.
Looks like the Dover boy, who would be Elijah and Alex Mercier both came under for a new PR.
Good finish for them as Sam Yavena comes across the line for Tusky Valley. As that wraps up the 2 mile. So now, the girls 4x4 relay. By the way, we did boys long jump already. See, I'm losing track of all the ones that we've gone through at this point. The girls 200, we finally did get the official times from that. Savannah Ashton with a 25.91 to be your event champion. Samantha Cooter, a 26.48. Kenley Oswald from Dover, a freshman, with a 26.67. Whitney Wallace from Claymont, a 26.84. I saw that, Matt. Cameron Cooter with a 27.01. So it looks like Samantha has the bragging rights tonight in the Cooter household.
She gets the big room.
In the girls 4x400, looks like we are going to have in lane 2, Indian Valley. Lane 3, New Philadelphia. Lane 4, Tusky Valley. Lane 5, Strasburg. Lane 6, Dover. And Lane 7, Claymont.
This will be a fun one. Tusky Valley is also ranked in this one, if you believe that or not. Tusky Valley's 4x4 girls are ranked 6, which would make sense, maybe potentially why Sammy Ward did not run that 800. Just to kind of save herself a little extra for this to get maybe a faster time on the board here.
Boys pole vault height is up to 14 feet 6 inches. Previous record in this event at the Tusk County Classic is held by Dover back in 2025 with a 4:07.67. I did it again.
Oh, I didn't even catch that one.
So Indian Valley in lane 2, Alana Allen, Sadie Holbrook, Jenna Vallett, and Amelia Smith. Lane 3 of New Philadelphia is Lexi Rager, Jillian Haynes, Angel Kaufman, and Lily Wilson. Tusky Valley is Josie Ike, Natalie Reneker, Hayden Huffman, and Sammy Ward. Strasburg, Mia Boylan, Lila Wiggs, Kylie McKenzie, and Lydia Thomas. Dover, Bethany Hutchison, Natalie Bambeck, Ashlyn Avery, and Kenley Oswald. And Claymont, Callie Wallace, Kinley Preston, Promisor, and Ella Davis.
This will be a fun one. The 4x4 is always the one that everyone gets on their feet for. Maybe not so much tonight because it's pretty cold and everyone looks a little cozy down here in the home stands, but this will be a fun one. This will be a good one.
Now, you said this is not a team-scored event, correct? Or the whole thing?
Allegedly.
Well, I can tell you what 2 teams are at the top for both the boys and girls. It's both Philly and Dover. We know that for a fact.
We do. Tusky Valley is probably up there as well. They had a pretty strong outing in the distance events as well.
I'm just showing it to Matt now, so...
Oh, so we do. So
they do have team scores listed, but
we've talked off camera a little bit in the history of the county meet. We've tried to keep the coaches tried to keep it more of a individual versus individual event where we hadn't kept team scores, but with athletic.net where you can see all the live results if you want to send your car if it's raining or you don't want to necessarily travel to the event, you can see all those. And it looks like we have some team scores right here. We have Dover and Philly at the top. With Philly, well, that's for the boys, Philly boys. And then for the girls, we have an 85-85 tie with New Philly and Dover with no field event and the 4x4. So this is an all bars, none. You start throwing your haymakers here.
Yeah, for the girls' race, what we've got in front of us, that would be this would be the one.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be one for Dover Philly. You have Tusky Valley 10 points behind. They have a chance potentially. It just depends. Anything can happen during this last event. But again, it's Dover versus New Philly, which we've said that a lot of times in the history of this county.
You know, I had to laugh because when we got here today and started setting up and the gates opened up for teams to get here, I'll let you take a guess who was the first team through the gates today.
I bet you Dover was.
It was Dover.
Dover athletes being led by one of the coaches, Louis Heineman, just walking through the gate. And I won't mention. I won't say.
You
what
can
I
tell
said.
Matt later what you said they should have done when they came in.
Well, Coach Heineman, if I know, Coach Heineman was my head coach in high school. If I know him, he was walking through that gate with his chest puffed out, saying, "Let's go get us some,"
and smiling real big,
smiling really big, yelling, "Let's compete today, boys and girls."
Underway in the 4x4, and breaking out through that stagger, it is Dover out in front.
So we will, for the 4x4, for those who don't know, the athletes will stay in their lane for this first lap. They will hand off in their first lap, and their first runners will run the first turn, and they will be able to cut in at the 300-meter mark. So we have Dover leading the way. It's hard to tell with the stagger, but it looks like Dover's leading the way here.
Tusky Valley will be right behind them.
Miss Ike had a busy day today as well.
Now, according to our start list, that'd be Bethany Hutchison out in front for Dover. Whether or not they shifted that 4x4 lineup, I'm not sure.
Looks like Bethany out there.
Dover, clean handoff. Tusky Valley as well. Next to handoff, Strasburg. Then New Philadelphia. Take it back, that was actually Claymont who was clean on the handoff, and then Strasburg currently in 5th place. So now a heck of a push now for New Philadelphia, though, into 3rd.
New Philly in 3rd, Tusky Valley in 2nd. Tusky Valley's coming on fast.
I'm not sure if you guys mentioned it, but the record still held or was set last year by the Dover team with the 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
A pass there on the backstretch heading into turn number 3 as it's now Tusky Valley in front, but Dover clawing it right back.
Right behind the band shell.
As Natalie Bambeck says no. Waiting for them to emerge down the front stretch. Nearly neck and neck, but it's still the Tornadoes in front.
Yeah, that record set by Dover last year. I saw actually Miss Stevenson's down there now. Sydney, I saw her cheering on some of her ex-teammates, some of her friends from the county. Maybe she's thinking about lacing up.
And New Philadelphia pushes right behind Tusky Valley.
Here we go.
Clean exchange for Dover. Clean exchange for Tusky Valley and New Philadelphia. But Dover shot out of a cannon.
Off we go. Let's see who this New Philly girl is in 3rd here. Kaufman.
Angel Kaufman going to have to run down both Tusky Valley and Dover. I believe it's Hayden Huffman out there for the Trojans.
Nothing like a good, strong battle here coming down the backstretch with 3 teams all in contention. You even have Clemence running up. You have Strasburg right behind. Kylie had a very busy day. I'm sure she will be happy when this is done.
I saw the starting list for the 4x4, and I thought, oh, Kylie, I know you're going to be tired after this
Oh,
one.
she sure will. She's a tough kid. She can handle it.
Into turn number 4. As they emerge, here come the Trojans.
Dover holding off strong here. We're going to get to the stick first. Let's see.
Well, the Trojans don't have Ashton running the final leg like they did at the Thrilla.
They don't, as it's Sammy Ward running it. It will be Tusky Valley who's going to get to the line first for the final exchange.
You don't want to give Sammy that much space.
Ward takes off. Behind her is Oswald from Dover. Then from New Philadelphia, it's Wilson. They run 1, 2, 3. And also, how about Strasburg now pushing forward into the podium contention?
Yep, watch Lydia close this down just a little bit. She's not going to win the race, but you'll see the gap shorten.
Ward has opened up quite the lead down the backstretch.
You have Philly right behind Dover here. This is for bragging rights here.
Into turn number 3. Dover in front of Philly in the second place position. Tusky Valley way out in front with Ward.
Behind the bandshell, Dover comes out in front. Sammy's holding on strong for Tusky Valley.
Final push coming here from Wilson of New Philadelphia.
Oswald tightening up here.
Gaining a little bit of ground on Oswald as she's losing steam. Here comes Wilson. Final 15. At the line. Your guess is as good as mine.
Philly might edge that one out.
That was an outstanding closing pace right there, able to make a challenge of it.
Well, my legs are burning, and we didn't even run. What a heck of a finish, and congratulations to Tusky Valley, their girls 4x4 team getting the win. We'll get you the results between Dover and Philly.
We know the girls' the Dover record will stand.
Yeah, that previous record of 4:07 it'll still be intact for Dover. And coming up, your final event of the night, the boys 4x4. Previous record set in 2019 by New Philadelphia with a 3:30.12. You have 2 teams well within striking distance. Well, 3 teams realistically well within striking distance of that.
Well, if you live in Dover, New Philly, or pretty much anywhere around this area, Dundee Marketplace is in your striking distance. You can head out there, get you some groceries, some fresh produce. They have all kinds of baked goods. They got ice cream. You can get lunch served there. And if you know anybody that's looking for a job, Dundee Marketplace is hiring right now. They said you can reach out to them on Facebook, or you can stop out, fill out an application, get you some loaded French fries while you're there.
You had me at ice cream, truthfully.
I'm more of the French fry guy.
Strasburg will be in lane 2 with Nicholas Milburn, Kaysen Pryor, Hudson McKenzie, and Braxton Goring. Lane 3 of Dover, Braylon Little, Carson Bagazzi, Tyler Shush, Dieter Weber. Lane 4, Indian Valley, Ettore De Curto Brigado, Caleb Champ, T.C. Cannon, and Zane Colvin. Tusky Valley's Ben Brantley, Abe McElwee, Cade Conrad, and Blake Markle. New Philadelphia, Kyle Bieber, Carter Watson, Wyatt Lendon, Marcus Edelman, and Claymont, Jaden Anderson, Briar Green, Dominic Jolliffe, and Corbin Burkholder.
Indian Valley here is ranked in the top 25 as well. This may not be their A team, but their A team is ranked in 11th with the top 25.
Sound like some Clydesdales coming through.
Huge thank you to all of our presenting sponsors that you've been seeing throughout this broadcast, and you've heard Shannon been mentioning. Our first coverage of the Tuscarawas County Classic would not be possible without their assistance, so we greatly appreciate them.
Yeah, got to give a shout-out one more time to Riverside Manor, Grandview Exterior Systems, Stepping Stones Crafts, and more, Sammy Sue's Barbecue, Jeff Wallach, LLC, Newtown Mall, Dr. Nathan Springer, Kemp Insurance, MPS Manufacturing, the Tuscarawas County Rockets, Softies over in Dover, and Dundee Marketplace. They all jumped on board today for this All-County Classic, and we greatly appreciate it, and these athletes appreciate it too.
And as we've mentioned before, at least I know Shannon has many times over, all those names you heard there, if you love to support high school sports, be sure to support them as well.
Yeah, let them know that you heard about them on Big Z Sports. As the first heat race fires off.
Four by 400 for the boys, the final track event for the night. As out in front, it is Tusky Valley who takes the lead heading into turn 3. We'll see what it looks like coming out of turn 4, though. It is the Trojans as they take the lead off of New Philadelphia. Once this starts stacking up a little bit clearer here after this second leg.
Looks like Wyatt Linden leading them off for New Philly here.
Indian Valley is your front runner at 328.3 in this, but a bit behind on this first exchange.
Well, it looks like no Dover's running this one.
Does not appear as though Dover is out there, as we've got 5 teams making the starting call. By the way, for the girls 4x4, Tusky Valley with a 4:16.29. Besting New Philadelphia with a 4:20.06 and Dover at a 4:20.11. So the Quakers get the slight edge on the Tornadoes in that final race for the girls by 0.05 of a second. Down the front stretch, Tusky Valley still out in front. New Philadelphia in second.
This is Marcus leading us off here for the Philly kids.
Indian Valley with the next handoff going to TC Cannon. Big lead for the Trojans heading into turn number 3. Boy, Tusky Valley got off to that incredibly quick start and have not looked back from there. It's been a very, very solid day for the Trojans.
Yeah, they've had a great day out here running. Cade Conrad not running.
Not
the
out
relay.
there for this one.
They must have switched everything up. Marcus Edelman running Tusky Valley down a little bit here.
Edelman certainly has shrunk that gap on this final exchange. Good handoff for the Trojans. Same for the Quakers.
Off we go.
Colvin gets it for the Braves. And now look at this push from New Philadelphia down the backstretch, tightening it up to only about 8 meters or so.
I'm not sure if this is Kyle Bieber or Carter Watson, but they are moving regardless.
Nearly neck and neck as they go into turn number 3. There's the pass as the Quakers take the lead.
Marcus Alderman running down the middle of the field celebrating.
Quakers still out in front from the final turn. Now into the straightaway. In the final 100-meter push, widening that gap. And an emphatic way to end it for the Quakers as they'll pick up the win in the boys 4x400. Crossing the line at about a 3:35 mark.
Very solid time to end the day, especially in such a short meet. Some of these athletes are running more than one event, 2, 3, 4 events. Great cap off.
As that will bring an end to the Tuscarawas County Classic here in 2026. And you know what? They say it's always, live broadcasting. I'll look Abby's way and make sure, are we through everything we need to get through? We get a head nod, yes, so that's a good sign. Again, if you want to find any of the updates that you need, check out athletic.net as they have the full results.
And we have one more sponsor that I wanted to personally thank myself. We wanted to thank Hoodletown Brewing Company. It's a great place to go Thursday through Sunday. after your events. Whether it's a high school prom pictures or a high school track meet, you can do all the same.
And thanking them for helping us out today for the Tuscarawas County Classic as well. Matt, fantastic job, and we really appreciate you coming up here and giving all the insights. And not that we had to twist your arm to come to a track and field event, right?
No, I might have been here regardless. But no, thank you. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed being here. I definitely hope to continue doing it. So that will be fun.
Well, stay tuned because we've got more track and field coverage coming up on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. And if you get subscribed, you can get notified when we go live. You can also check out our Facebook page for all those updates you need whenever we post those about our week upcoming. And, of course, I want to give a big thank you to the Claxon Communications crew for all they do week in and week out with our live streaming in the spring season. And, of course, Adam Soweski down there on the field right now, grabbing some banners and doing some of the social media work. And also for Shannon Thomas as well. I'm Nick McWilliams, and don't go anywhere, Z Country. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.